Good morning. What's going on, guys? Happy Monday. Is it Monday already? Happy June. Is it June already? Holy shit. We're almost halfway through the year and my fingers are still freezing. Yeah. Here in Michigan, we don't get nice weather. God, it's been freezing all weekend long. Well, they say it's supposed to be 80 today. We'll see. Fingers crossed. But I doubt it. It was supposed to be nice yesterday, and it rained a little bit, and it was just overcast and freezing cold. My kids thought they were going to be tough and go swimming. Yeah, they're going to go. They went swimming, all right. What a day. What a day it was yesterday. I got a lot of stuff accomplished. I was supposed to be part of this exfil developer content creator big extravaganza yesterday and the day before, but the times got all screwed up and it was a mess. It was an absolute shit show. I really like that game. I like it. It's coming along pretty nicely. I was able to watch a little bit yesterday, but I was not involved in the thing. Did anybody get a chance to play? Because it was open to the community for a handful of hours. I think Smokey got a chance to play it. Looked like he had fired it up. What do you think? What do you think in its current state? What do you think of it? I mean, they've got a roadmap for 2 years. They have a 2-year roadmap, and they have a lot of stuff in the works. And it's a 3-man team, so I'm pretty impressed. I talked to 2 of them regularly. The other guy I don't really know. But really good guys over there, and they're working their asses off. So hopefully that game turns out for them. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it's 77 right now. Lucky. It's 57 degrees right now. It's 57 degrees where I'm at. Holy smokes. I am freezing. I played for 20 minutes. Took longer for a match to start than I died. Oh, you only played the once? Yeah, there's a lot of things that need to work out. First off, I get that, like, when you're dead, you can't talk to your teammates because you're dead, right? You can't. I mean, so that makes sense that you couldn't. I mean, people are just going to go around that with Discord, of course, but I do like the idea that if you use your radio and you're within proximity of another player, they can hear you. So you learn to use your comms less and try to work together a little bit better. But I played I think the last time they had remember the FPS Fest that they did for Steam? Mid-April, something like that. So it's been like 6 weeks since I played the game. That's bad. That's really bad. But we did a whole day event, and it was a lot of fun. I usually ended up just being me by myself, running around trying to figure out what the hell was going on. There's a lot of things that they need to do to try to keep, because right now it's just a matter of like 2 teams, the 2 closest teams get to the chopper, and they just stare at it. They just stare at it because, I mean, you got to wait for the fire to go up before you can go grab the intel and stuff. So it gives everyone the opportunity to kind of like post up and get used to like the surroundings and where it's happening at. And then who's going to be the first guy that wants to go in and try to get the intel. And then it slowly pop. They got to figure out maybe a different way to get that done. I mean, instead of letting everyone know where the chopper is from the very beginning, maybe don't show it so that by the time the fire goes out, maybe a team will be lucky enough to get it and then show it on the map that, oh, the intel's been grabbed and it's over here. I don't know. I really don't know what to tell them because that's their game. I'm not gonna push them in any direction, but they are working on some other modes, so it won't be just the extract intel. But again, that's a little ways off. But it's in the works. That takes so long, so people had no clue what they were doing, but neither did I. Yeah, they need to have like a little training area or like at least something that pops up for new players instead of relying on them watching people or being explained to by other people that are in the lobby. They need to have something in writing or like, here's a little video on what to do. They need to make something for new players to get them excited. Cause yeah, that there's a lot of confusion. When we did that, the FPS Fest, we had a lot of people come in. They're like, how do you play this? What do you do? What's the, it'd be nice if they had something on a video to explain it before they got in so that they had, I guess, less questions for us while we're playing. But again, I didn't get a chance to play this weekend, so I don't really know. Back from the ad break, what game we're talking about? Exfil. A little game called Exfil. It's another extraction shooter that it's in the works. I don't think early access is going to be anytime soon, but because they have a 2-year roadmap right now, so there's a long ways to go. But I'm a bad internal tester for them. It's hard to link up with these guys sometimes because my schedule is so much different than everybody else's. I'm usually only available in the morning and the afternoon till evening. I'm busy. I can't meet up with anybody, and I feel bad. Nothing, literally just go in and start, no explanation. Yeah, they're definitely throwing you to the wolves, but yeah. It'll get better as time goes on, but they like I said, they really need to have some type of like tutorial video or something explaining, even 30 seconds. Just give us something. Bow Hunter, what's going on, man? I always feel bad. I never feel bad. My wife, she's the other half. She's my better half. So obviously she has empathy where I don't have it. She does all the feeling bad for me, and I just sit here like an asshole and go, I don't know. Sales beat me up, man. Sales made me a heartless bastard. Cheers. I never got a chance to get into Gray Zone. I haven't played anything. I was outside or running around all weekend. Busy. We're not pushing to YouTube today. It is live. I'm live right now, friend. Yeah, it says I'm live right meow. With 0 viewers, what? Oh well. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, I'm a recruiter. It does much of the same as you. What are you recruiting for? Like military recruiter? Stats. It's Status. What's up, Stats? How you doing? Hey, are you ever gonna stream your GTA? Or did you wait? Maybe I already asked you. You said you can't. You have to. Don't you have to like? You have to apply. You have to apply to get into the server. Then you have to apply to stream it. Isn't that? I think that's what you said, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. It's coming back to me. It's all coming back to me now. This allergy medicine is really messing with my head. But without it, I would die. I'd walk outside and I'd just fall over. So, no, I'm a headhunter, corporate professional positions. Oh, all right. Let me talk to you after the show. Oh, I was thinking about stepping back into the corporate world. I have a set of skills that, yeah. Anyhow. It's not showing up. Oh, no. Does that iPhone, does it have an Android? Can you switch over to Android? Is there like a little button that switches? You'll probably be able to find it on the Android. It's only iPhone that you can't see it. I don't know why. Little bastards. Anyone want to hire a heartless bastard? Dude, are you kidding me? You said corporate and heartless bastard. Don't they go hand in hand? Don't they go hand in hand? That's crazy. I'm in. So you're telling me I've got a job. Let's go. No, but seriously though, I have been entertaining some ideas and some offers. But nothing that I don't know. I'll yeah. Between you and I, something's got to change quickly. Something's got to change. I had so much fun over the weekend. I spent a lot of time outside doing yard work and stuff, and there's a lot of projects that I have going on outside, and my wife is like really, really happy. So like I'm good, guys. The wife is really happy with the progress that we're making out there. So I was able to take some time to work on a couple of little electronic projects, if you will. And I had such a blast. God, I wish I could open my own shop. I wish I could open my own legit shop, I should say. I have so much fun doing it. Hey, he found it. He found it, ladies and gentlemen. We're live. It sure helps to be heartless. Yes. Isn't that like one of the prereqs? You must be heartless. It just says right on the application, do you have a heart? Yes or no? No. All right, you're in the next step of the hiring process here. Now go show us how heartless you are. Don't really want to stream GTRP yet, as I want to be in the game when I do. Oh, I got you. Okay, so you got to get jumped in and get that app. Okay, well that's fine. You do your thing. We're ready. Okay, we're ready and willing to watch your stream when you're a gangster. A gangsta. I'm sorry, gangsta. I need a helping hand right now. Yeah. I mean, I've always wanted to open my own business. This is as close as I've been able to come to that. Mainly because the overhead's not as bad. The overhead is getting a storefront and then reconstructing everything and then getting it all built up the way you want it to. I mean, to open up a business nowadays, you got to have nothing short of $100,000. You know, that's a lot of money. That's just to open the place. Then, I mean, whatever you're selling, you got to have inventory and employees, unless you're going to run the place 24/7. So trying to open up your own legitimate business is very, very difficult, especially in this economy right now. So this was a good first step. I learned a lot. I would still like to work in this area. Internet. What should we call this? Internet entertainment. Yeah. I.e. We'll call it internet entertainment. Interwebs entertainment. IWE. I would like to stay in this space, but I don't know if streaming games is the thing. Like, I'm gonna get real with you guys here for a second. Like, I feel like in the 3 years I've been doing this, I've noticed that the people that came before me and had a foothold, they've gotten bigger. Most of them, I would say 80% of them gotten bigger. Some have fallen off or quit or whatever. But people that have started around the time that I have, there's two key elements to making it big in the streaming world right now. And I don't think what I do is necessarily one of those things. So I'm trying to be a pioneer in different things, and I'm trying to do different things. But I like doing the morning shows. I've always radio shows, early morning radio shows, Bob and Tom, and I used to listen to, back when I was actually listening to sports and stuff, the Cowherd, Colin Cowherd, with the Herd. I used to listen to his show all the time, and I liked his radio voice. I didn't really understand the damn thing he was saying, but I liked the way he spoke, and something about his voice. I liked it. So I've always wanted to do something along these lines. I should have got into radio early on, like in high school years, because I had the opportunity to do that in high school, and I was like, nah, that's what the nerds do, man. Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go skateboard. And I should have done that. I should have done that right from the beginning. So, yeah, there's opportunities out there. I'll find something. It feels good to be a gangster. Hell yeah, it does. I'm only a runner right now for a person I'm in. Oh, I got you. So you're still the new kid. You're the new kid. You're the new blood in town. They're gonna give you crap jobs for their first 6 months. Business does take a lot to open. Yeah, it's rough. But I mean, if you open it up and you give it a few years and it starts to take off, then good for you. You know what's popping up around here? A lot of yard care businesses. A lot of like one-man yard businesses are everywhere now. Everywhere. Some guy opened up a HVAC out of his garage. It's called Lucky Ducks, DUCTS, but he has a rubber ducky as his logo. So it's Lucky Ducks, and he's actually doing quite well right now. I see his banners and shit all over the place. Out of his garage. Not bad. Not too shabby. Infotainment. Is that what we do here? Do we give out info? Is it info? Or is it nonsense-tainment? I think it's more nonsense-tainment. If only you could use the move of showing your feed on stream to gain instant viewers. Yes, we've entertained that one. I don't have it on here anymore. I got rid of it when I was trying to figure out the problem I was having with OBS, which OBS still giving me problems. I had a scene. It was just a hot tub scene. That's what it was called, just hot tub. And it was me in the hot tub with a big banner for sub goals. So whenever I needed, a quick boost of some subs, I would just go into that screen and hope that somebody would. Sometimes it worked. Most of the time it did not. But I got rid of it. I need to bring that one back because that was part of the two things. The two things in streaming that will make you successful. Only you definitely have a face for radio. Yeah, you know what? You're not really boom roasted, because I've been saying that since I started. Hell, as a matter of fact, Subnuke will tell you one of my titles was the face for radio guy, and then it was shortened to the radio guy, I think, or something like that. We've always done. I'm just the guy, whatever, the daily guy, but at one point that was the one. That's how I introduce myself to most people too. Hey, welcome in on Beatdown. I'm kind of a variety streamer, play a little bit of everything. I chose this life because my mom said I had a face for radio. Welcome in. People are like, what the fuck is he talking about? Oh. So anyhow, yeah, those are the two things. I think those are the two things that really make you successful in this area right here. Is either you have extremely high level gameplay. So either you play at such a high level that talking with chat isn't really a thing. They're there to watch your gameplay, and you're rewarded for your W's. Or you're a young lady willing to take everything off, majority of everything off, and sit in a hot tub for 10 hours. That's how you make it or break it in the streaming world right now. W. That's how you do her. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Manic? How you doing? How was your Saturday night party? How was the party? How'd it go? No, but I need to rebuild that screen. I really do. I got rid of most of everything because I was trying to lock down an issue with OBS. OBS runs great, but then when you put, if you put too many things in at the same time, it starts to freak out. So then you have to slowly remove things one by one to see where the problem lies. A couple of months ago, I was having nothing but problems with OBS, and I spent a week every day going through there and trying to figure things out. I ended up saving everything, re-downloading OBS, starting from scratch, still had the same issues. Oh, and it's always a Windows. It's always a Windows thing. Windows doesn't like this. Windows doesn't like this. And then Elgato. Oh, Elgato. If I could just choke somebody out over there. Come on, Elgato, get it together. If you're going to sell all these products to these people, give us a suite. Instead of having to have 16 different pieces of software, give us one piece that runs everything. So I don't have to have 20 programs running in the background. Please, for the love of God. They don't want to work with each other. That's the other thing. They never want to. You hit a button and one shuts off. What are you doing, man? You want to be the face of streaming. You want to be the company that everyone goes to. Then you got to make it worthwhile. Come on. You're getting beat out, especially in the capture card department. You're getting beat out right now. Do something, Elgato. Save yourself. 11 to 2. We might have to start doing that. DM you on Discord. There you go. Oh, he has some stern words for you, mister. Stern. I missed that. She needs Goofy to kick her ass first. I saw someone clip that. That was great. We had a couple good clips in the last few days. And those that showed up to Jackbox on a Saturday, thank you. We had a really slow start. I don't know what was going on. And I was like, I at one point I was looking at the wife. I'm like, where'd everyone go? What happened? But about about a game and a half in, then all of a sudden everyone started showing up, and we had actually a really good night. We ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new follows. We had a bunch of new players in there. Rick James came in and dropped a 10 bomb on us. It was a good time. We had a blast. But I'm wondering if maybe I should push Jackbox back a little further, you think? Seems like the first half hour is hard to get people involved. But after that, man, after 7:30, everyone's ready to go. So I'm thinking maybe 7:30 to 9:30. What do you guys think? Should I push it back a little bit? Just a little bit? I'm gonna put up a poll in Discord and see what you guys think. I want to pack it because we're only on for 2 hours, and I want to pack it right up. I want to have everybody there. When I'm streaming daily for 5 hours, it makes sense. You know, people can't watch for 5 hours straight, and I don't blame you. So, you know, people popping in and out, you know, during the 5 hours, that's to be expected. But on a Saturday night when we're all drinking, we're all boozing, and we got some fun party games going on, and Beatdown's half fucking cocked, and yeah, I want everybody in there having a good time with us. So that's why I do it. There are some days, especially the last couple of weeks, where I'm in the middle of something and I'll be like, oh shit, a half hour, I gotta go. I either drive back home as fast as I can, get in here and throw everything together, or I run upstairs, take a quick shower, come down, ready to go. But please let me know. What should I do? What did I do? Wife and I weren't home to play Jackbox. Yes, we did see that you stopped in and said hello. Hello. Boy, I did some drinking on Saturday. I saw that. Was it 1:30 in the morning? Smokey posted a picture of we playing like Cards for Humanity or something. It was a card game of some sort, but there are drinks all around. There are drinks all around. And then he said something about going to bed at like 3:30. Oh my God. Smokey, you're still in your 30s, aren't you? He has time. Man, this old man stays up till 1 o'clock in the morning, and I ain't getting out of bed till 11 the next day. He was pounding it. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. That's crazy. Do or drink at 3:30 a.m.? Oh, yeah, and you did both, didn't you? You did drink. Played a card game at a friend's house called That's What She Said. Yes, I love it. I'm still recovering from Saturday night. Yeah, Manic, we're in the same boat there. We're at the age now where if we even get a little bit of a hangover, just a little bit, it lasts 3 days. 3 days easy. Just a little, 3 days. Done. It's over. 32. Yeah. Get out of here. I remember the 30s. Easy peasy. That's with you. Strange week. I didn't drink hard much. There you go. We got a card game called Chronology. I think it's called Chronology. There's a Disney version we saw at the store because we were trying to find it for somebody else because we liked it so much we were going to go buy it for somebody else. And the only one we could find was the Disney version, but whatever. It's kind of like the Time Jinx game we play on Saturday nights during the Jackbox. You pull a card and you read it to the person that's next in line or whatever, and you tell them what happened, and they have to decide if it happened before or after the card that's in their inventory. And then the first person to 10 cards wins, but every time you get a card, you had 5 or 6 cards. You have to figure out in between which one of those cards this happened in time. So it's very interesting. It's a lot of fun. We the wife and I play with the kids every once in a while. But that's probably the most fun card game that we played recently. We need to play more. We need to play more game. We know that. But I mean, like last night, the wife tried getting me inside a dozen times between 6 o'clock and 10 o'clock. But I was outside. I had a job to do, and I wasn't going to stop. I'm one of those guys that once I get focused, that's it. Just get out of my way because it's going to get done. Get out of the way. With the BD, I didn't crawl out of bed till almost noon on Sunday. Yeah. Saturday night, what do we do? We watched some movies. Oh, I got the wife to watch Cape Fear. She'd never seen it before. Because I had seen something on Facebook or something. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that movie. She'll love that one. Yeah, she was like, this is way crazy, man. This is crazy shit. So we ended up watching some movies, and we were up till I don't even remember. We were up late. We were up late, but we weren't like getting hammered or anything. But I still slept in a little bit, and I got right up and went right outside. So at this point, I've got a an area we're putting grass in. That's done. It's just letting the grass grow, and I got to do some weeding here and there. So that project's done. The shed is done. Finally, got everything done there. I just have to power wash it, and I'm good. The garage, that's what I spent all the time with yesterday. I got the garage all cleaned up, got rid of a bunch of crap. In the middle of that, my son got a flat tire, so I had to go rescue him, bring him back. So I got to get a new tire for the car today. Oh, what else did I get? We have it all over the place. So many things done. We started figuring out the patio area that we're going to start building next week, I think. So it was very productive, and I worked on several computers, and yeah. It was the local carnival this weekend, which was a mess. And I talked about this on Friday, and I think Saturday, a little bit on Saturday, but it was kind of a mess. So that kind of took up a lot of time because kids were in and out, and we had to drive one of the kids, and my son had his buddies over pretty much all weekend, and they were in the pool, and but we got a lot of stuff done regardless. I was able to I don't know if I should tell you guys this. I probably will. I should. I won't. I got to be good. Be good. I won't tell you. The greatest beer run on Apple TV based on true story is pretty good. The wife and I get Apple TV from time to time. If there's something to watch on there. Right now we're waiting on Silo, the second season of Silo, which that show is fucking awesome. Awesome. Other than that, there's really nothing on Apple that there's a couple movies on there we were going to watch. Napoleon was one of them, I think, and then something else. Watched Godzilla -1 yesterday. Good flick. Felt like OG Godzilla movies. Tease. Master of the Air was really good. Good. You know, speaking of subscription services, I was looking yesterday because it doesn't make any sense to continue paying 16, was it $16.99 or it's like 18, we'll just say $18. Okay. It's kind of silly to pay $18 for this Game Pass Ultimate if I'm never going to play games on the Xbox. So I was thinking about just going to the PC Game Pass, but that's $10 a month. But the problem is that at this point, I'm waiting for the Call of Duty stuff to happen. When it happens, we're going to make a big deal out of it. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. And I may end up having to do it on console. So I don't know what I think I'm just going to leave it for now. It's not breaking the bank or anything, but I hate wasting money. I'm one of those guys. We have all the streaming services, but they all get used. And the ones that don't get used, we're like, hey, we don't watch anything on here anymore. We get rid of. But CD Keys get you 3 months of Ultimate for $30. Oh, I didn't even think to even look for those things. I used to get the COD points on there for Xbox, and then I would put them on the Xbox. I'd buy what I needed to, and then I'd fire up the PC to claim all my shit that I had bought. But I didn't even think about that's a good idea. Good idea. See, that's why I have you guys around. You guys keep me legit. Why do it on console? Because at this point, there's been no announcement for the PC versions of the Call of Duties. So here's a couple things. We talked about this a couple of times, but as we get closer to it, we're going to talk about it more and more and more. So we know that Call of Duties are going to be coming to Game Pass in some form. We know 100% they're coming to console, right? That's 100%. We already know that. So for PC, there are PC versions of the games, right? I think they're all on Steam. Well, majority of them, I should say. But we don't know if they're going to be on the PC Game Pass. We hope they are. But if they do come to PC Game Pass, are they going to shoehorn in crossplay? for older CODs, probably not. I don't see that being a thing. But there is one in particular that we hope that they do, that I hope they do, and that is Black Ops 4, or at least the game mode that I'm looking for is Blackout. If Blackout, if they only pick one game to do crossover or crossplay, it's got to be Blackout, because there's not enough PC players to play that on their own. And I think if it did come back, I don't think it would last a week and then PC players will be gone anyhow. But I want to see crossplay between console and PC on Blackout, if and when that happens. But if it does come out to PC Game Pass and there is no crossplay, how am I going to play with the homies? I keep getting people have been hitting me up and asking me if I'm going to play any console games and what am I doing? And you know, I still want to play with the old timers, the old buddies. But that means I have to go back to console, and I wouldn't mind going back to controller for the original CODs. That's when COD was the glory days, really. So that's kind of my dilemma: is what's going to actually happen. Will they add crossplay between the platforms? Probably not. So I got to kind of keep it around. Only have a 3-month, nothing more for Ultimate at least. Well, I mean, that's a good deal. $30 for 3 months. That's fantastic. So just stack those. Just keep buying those up and stack them, and you're good to go. A lot cheaper than the $18 a month. 6 days, and we'll probably know a ton more. Yeah, from their is it June 9th? Yeah. We'll know more then, but I'm gonna put together a little bingo card. Actually, I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget. I had all these great ideas trying to fall asleep last night, and of course I didn't have my pen and paper next to me, so I forgot a bunch of them. But anyhow, I don't know if they'll come back to me. We're gonna do a bingo card. What are they calling that? What's the what's up, Boomer? How you doing? What is the event? It escapes me at the moment. Of things that I want to Xbox Direct. I know PlayStation just did theirs over the weekend, I do believe. And it's basically just like a here's the next 9-month or 6-month roadmap. Here's what's coming out this year, what's going on. But they're gonna be super focused on COD. I think this year is gonna be huge for Call of Duty. I don't think the game's gonna be any good. It's more of the same, but I think it's gonna be huge having this big shift it's all gonna be Xbox. You're gonna see a lot of heavy Xbox advertising this year. And Game Pass. Everybody's gonna have Game Pass. In October. Well, let's see. When do they typically do the play tests or the betas? Isn't it like late September, early October? And then the game comes out the first week, usually first or second week in November. That's how it plays out, isn't it? Or like the last week, whatever. Either way. So I'm thinking like September, October is going to be the highest Game Pass sales. You're going to see the numbers go through the roof because of Call of Duty. PlayStation Days of Play is going on right now. Some big discounts on some games. What is it? What is Days of Play? Is it like is it like a convention where they talk about the games that are coming out soon? What exactly is Days of Play? Because I'm not sure. I meant to ask my son because he's the PlayStation guy in the house, but he was with his buddies all weekend. And funny story, my friend or my son has his friend come over and a couple other guys I had never met before. One of them, he comes up to me, I'm out in the garage, and he says, "Hey, can I keep my backpack here? It's got a bottle of Jack in it. I don't want to get it searched when I go up to the carnival," because they're all meeting here and then heading up. And I look at this kid and I draw a blank and I'm thinking, this underage kid is going to ask me if he can stash his alcohol here while he goes to the carnival. And then it dawned on me, these guys are 21 years old. What an old man moment. And I'm like, Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I was like, but I mean, if you're not back by 8 o'clock, I'm drinking that shit. He came back. He came back. But it took me a minute. I'm thinking, man, this kid's gonna ask me. Oh wait, no, he's 21. Oh God. Good thing I didn't say that out loud, right? It was just in my head, and then I was like, oh yeah, you're cool. Yeah, good job. Anyhow, one or both. Just monster sale up to 60%. Oh, so it's just sales. I gotcha. Days of Play is like the Steam showcase where the theme of games are on sale. I gotcha. Okay. I thought it was like an event where they talk about, because isn't this typically the time of year where E3 would happen? I mean, E3's not going on anymore, but the big three, well, yeah, the big three, Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox. Go usually, you know, here's the games coming out. We got to promote this one. So everyone does kind of like their own showcase, I guess, via interwebs now. Yes, you may store it here, but it'll just empty bottom when you return. Yeah, it's a storage fee. Yeah, they came back and they went swimming, and only that one kid was the only one drinking. But when they left, it was 11:30 at night. The wife and I were just wrapping up some TV, Seinfeld, about to head to bed, and they were out there carrying on out in the driveway. So I went out there. I'm like, guys, my daughter's trying to sleep. You got to keep it fucked down. And this kid was already hammered. He's hanging out of the car. They were trying to get him to leave. He's hanging out of the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me about how you got a nice bike, man. I'm like, thanks. Go home and enjoy that jack. I already did, man. Oh, God, get him out of here, guys. Get the fuck out of here. Kids. So it's an Xbox. Okay, so the Direct is Xbox Direct, and then it's gonna be followed by COD Direct. So they get their own primetime setup. I like that. That's great. So my guess, I'm still holding firm with August, is where we're gonna get the majority or like the best CODs. And I don't know. What do you guys think? I doubt it, but again, they are who they are, and they like to surprise us sometimes. Good surprises, sometimes bad, usually. But you guys think that they'll be when they release it on Game Pass? You think there will be the PC versions, and you think there will be crossplay? My gut tells me that some of them will be on PC Game Pass, but there will be no crossplay. Which you're kind of dooming them right from the very beginning, because I can't imagine too many PC Game Pass people trying to play Call of Duty with each other. If anything, I would say that the campaigns will be run through several times, but I don't think it's going to be without crossplay. The PC versions, I don't think will last. But goddamn, can you imagine Blackout? Woo! God. Blackout with crossplay? Get out of here. Get out of here. That was one of my favorite BRs when I was a little fed up with PUBG and they were having issues and their servers were crap. I would jump into Blackout with some of the other homies, and oh my God, it was so much fun. So much fun. I miss it. I need to fire it back up again one day. So the Xbox Direct, they're obviously going to be talking about the games coming out towards the end of the year. So hopefully we'll see some more Indiana Jones action. It's escaping me now. There's another one. Oh, the new Assassin's Creed. I'd like to see some more information on that. I'm with Manic. Manic posted something over the weekend on Discord. Mirage was subpar. It was okay. It was nice playing in maxing everything out and playing it on PC with all the eye candy. But it just kind of felt like it was like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood kind of shoehorned in with, and I use that term a lot now, but with Assassin's Creed Origins. It's like Origins graphics in like setting, kind of just desert, all desert. and then it was more like Brotherhood gameplay. It was okay, but again, it wasn't anything. I don't even remember the storyline, to be honest with you. I played through and I think I got all the achievements and whatnot, but oh wait, no, I didn't get any of the achievements because I didn't play it on Xbox. I played it on PC. That's probably why I didn't 100% it. The only reason I ever 100% games is because it was on Xbox and that gamer score looks real good. But only playing it on Ubisoft or whatever, it's no incentive for me to 100% it. But anyhow, I did get all the good armor, and I did get majority of the stuff, especially for some of those boss fights. But yeah, it was kind of subpar. So I'm hoping the next one is a little bit better. I got out of the Assassin's Creeds when Origins was the last one for me, because that's when they started to go more RPG elements, and it was more combat focused than anything else. I like the whole idea with the Assassin's Creed that you were sneaking around. You were a freaking ninja, man. It wasn't about the combat. As a matter of fact, you wanted to stay out of combat. But as the years progressed, they made it more combat based, and it kind of fell off the radar for me. Like Valhalla, I fired that up. It looks beautiful. It looks great. But it's not Assassin's Creed to me. It's not Assassin's Creed. It's too bad. While I was going through the garage cleaning out a bunch of stuff, I found I have a collector's edition tin can or the tin case or whatever for Assassin's Creed 3. I have the collector's edition of World at War. It's a big metal tin, and it had a canteen inside of it. Did anybody have that one? So I found a couple old goodies out in the garage when I was going through there. So a few other things as well. When my son, his friends came over, they were in and out of the garage a lot because, that's where all the action's happening. They gravitate to the music, and I listen to a lot of, it was all 90s hip hop. So if you come in my house, you hear 90s hip hop, everything's good. But they were going through, they would pass by and they'd see all my stuff, my back wall, which is just all my tools and my desks. I have multiple workbenches, and I have just kind of like swag all over the place. And this one kid just comes to me. He's like, what's that? Oh, that's cool. I've never seen that before. So I gave him a little tour of the Beatdown Museum back there. He loved it. He's like, what are these? I'm like, oh, those are original Xboxes. Oh, I've heard of these. I'm like, how old are you, kid? You've never seen an original Xbox before? Damn. He's, oh, this is cool. What games were on it, man? It was kind of fun showing these little kids, the younger ones. I mean, they're 21 years old, but I mean, god damn, you never seen an Xbox before? It's crazy. I'm a collector's edition. I am, in most circles, I am really. That was kind of the joke back in the days. If you had my personal phone number in the sales world, if you had my personal number, because the only people that had my number were people that I trusted, which was nobody, and upper management, and that was it. The owner, the general manager of the dealership, and that was it. Nobody else had my cell. If you needed to get a hold of me, you could call my direct line, and I did have it forwarded to my cell phone, but you did not have, yeah. So if you had my phone number, how did he just say Valhalla? Valhalla? Are you guys pronounce it Valhalla? We're up here in Michigan, man. You say holla, don't you? Instead of halla? Holla. That reminds me of Tacoma FD when they tried to tell them, like, salsa. No, it's salsa. That's what I said, salsa. I don't have time for this. I got to go. So besides, and I had a list. I don't think I have it on me. I have so much random stuff in this book. I love it. Someone's going to unearth this 500 years in the future, and they're going to go through this, and they're going to be like, what was going on? From the mind of a madman, what was going on here? What games for the second half of the year? Because we're almost halfway through. After this month, we're halfway through the year, right? 6 months through, 6 months to go. What for the second half of the year? What game releases are you guys excited about? Give me a couple examples of games that you're looking forward to. I'm telling you right now, the number one game for me that I'm really, really excited about is going to be Indiana Jones. And I know that I need to stop because I'm going to be probably slightly disappointed. Because every time I get myself hyped up, that's what happens. But the game is in great hands. The team that did Wolfenstein, which are fantastic fucking games, is handling the game. That one, I have hope. I'm hoping it's going to be amazing. So I will be there day one for that game. And that's really the one that I'm looking forward to in the year. But I know we got a lot of other good ones. Chernobyl, was it Chernobyl 2? Am I saying that right? Stalker 2. Dreams of Chernobyl or whatever. Stalker 2 is coming out in what, September now? I think it's been pushed back again. Absolutely the second choice. Valhalla. Yeah, we pronounce it Valhalla up here. I don't know why. It's different. It's weird. June 7th is an announcement of their release date for First Descendants. Okay, yep. Subnuke's been he's been excited about that one for a while. He's been talking about that one. I'm gonna put Stalker 2 on here too. Stalker 2, and then we've got the new Assassin's Creed. What is it called? AC Broken Arrow or something like that. X-Born is in playtest right now. X-Born. Is that? Oh, that's the one that the other one you've been talking about. So there's two games. There's two games that are in playtest right now. That I don't know. My name must be mud in the industry right now because I can't get into any playtests. I made a mistake by not utilizing my code for Arena Breakout, Your Mama's Edition, or whatever the fuck it is. I didn't use it, so they gave it away to somebody else, and then I applied for another one in two different places, and I never got one. And I know that they just extended it again, I do believe. So I never got a chance to play Arena, and I'm kind of just moving on from that one anyhow. But the big one right now, I don't know if you guys heard this, is that body cam game that we were looking forward to. It's in playtest right now, and I've applied for this thing 3 times. 3 times. From last Wednesday, I want to say. And I can't get in this goddamn thing. I don't know what else to do. I got overlooked for Gray Zone, which, man, I reached out and talked to that Rick guy months before they did that playtest. I was so bummed. Like, come on, dude. Exodus is another I saw an announcement. Haven't seen much since. X-Born is a third-person extraction shooter, but apparently when you ADS, you go into first person, but you drop in as you gear, you get better exosuits. Yeah, it sounds like the TPP version of PUBG. It was all third person. You had the selfie cam mode, you know, the camera's behind you, and then when you ADS, you would go. You actually had you could change between cameras. You could over the shoulder, or you could do ADS. Most people did ADS, obviously, but Is it PvE? There's a lot of extraction shooters coming out that are just PvE only, like Incursion Red River, which is I think is a fun game. If you want to just chill and relax with the homies and just have to put up with some tough AI, kind of like Gray Zone. And I that was another game I wanted to play over the weekend. Never got a chance. Saw some footage of a body cam on Twitter over the weekend. There you go. I've been following that game for a while, and it's that when they showed the original footage of that last year, it looked incredible. But again, it's going to be Unreal Engine 5, and this is kind of we're at like a crossroads right now where the game engines are finally making the next advancement. So games have been running on Unreal Engine 4 and Frostbite and whatever else for the last 10 years, right? And it's just a modify. They just keep modifying it to make it look nicer, prettier, this and that. But now we're getting into the newer engines. Now, the newer engines are going to take more horsepower to drive. So we're going to see a big gap in between people that are able to play these games and people that are not. And it's kind of like the whole Far Cry Crysis. Can it run Crysis? Can it run Far Cry from 20 years ago? There's going to be games coming out that are only going to be able to be played by people that have the higher end computers. But it has to happen, right? We have to have a large advancement in order for us to keep going in the right direction. It's just history. It's what happens. So games like Gray Zone, where everyone's calling for optimization, and I'm being told that there really is not much to optimize. I don't know, whatever. We can argue that one until we're blue in the face, but it's going to be more apparent as we go forward. These cards that were good 3, 4, 5 years ago are going to become the low bar, which sucks. Because I'm in that group. I have a current 4,000 series card, but come October, November, when they start dropping the 5090s, the 5080s, I'm old news. I'm old news at that point. And then you're gonna start seeing the 4060s, the 4070s. They're gonna be the low bar, and I'm gonna be sad. But it's what needs to happen, I guess. Does anybody think that they're going to be announcing, or at least talking about, or hinting, foreshadowing, if you will, the new console during this Xbox Direct? Do you think they're going to talk about it at all? I still think it's about 3 years off. But do you think they'll start talking? Because we know it's happening. We know right now that they either have it in specs or they have dev units that are going to be close to what it's going to be. But if you figure, if the new console comes out 3 years from now, then today's top technology is probably what they're using for a dev unit. So we're probably talking, AMD 7950s or whatever. It's probably gonna. What do you think? Do you think it'll remain at 16 gigs of DDR5? I doubt they'll go 32. There's no reason for the next console to have 32, but 16 is probably right. And then like a 4090, 4080 Super or something like that. That's probably what the dev units are for the next console, which would be great. Exaborn is a PvE VP, and you can hot drop on an enemy squad, and there is prox chat 3-man squads. But it's third person. That's a bummer. I kind of like that Hawked game. Every time I say Hawked, I feel like I'm putting together a loogie here. The Hawk game wasn't too bad. I kind of liked it, but again, it was third person, and I can't play a third person PvP game. PvE, I have no problem at all. But I'm that guy. See, Rick's that guy as well. Rick's on board. He can't do the third person PvP stuff. It's just doesn't make sense. What other games? So Subnukes, he's all about the first Descendants. I said first defendant. Exaborn and Exodus. Those are the 3 he's looking forward to. TVP sucks. That's right, Rick. That's right. And I still, for the love of me, I cannot figure out why. I've asked this question. I usually get yelled at, but I can't figure out why the same game, PUBG, on console, in PC. On console, it's all about TPP. Everything TPP on console. Now on PC, it's FPP. How did that happen? How did that happen? I don't think there'll ever be an answer to that. I don't know. But how did that ever happen? You figure that the same mode would be the same popularity amongst both of them. I don't know. The game was fun, the treasure hunting thing. I like that. With you there, I can't play Fort because of the third person. Yeah, I don't play. Every once in a while the kids will talk me into playing with them. And my daughter's last day of school is next Wednesday, so be prepared for a random playing with the kids day, and it probably will be Fortnite. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of the game, but if the kids want to play with me and they want to fire up some games, I'm down. I don't care. We can play Roblox, which my daughter plays a lot of that. I don't care what we play. We'll play anything at this point. Oh, that reminds me. That was one of the things. My son came to me last night, says his computer won't even start up anymore. He built this thing back in December. He's had nothing but problems with it. And I've been trying to help him with it, but now it won't even start up, this poor guy. I think it's his video card, but I don't know. I don't know. We're going to find out. So I got to do that after stream today. And get caught up with my YouTube videos. A lot of work to be done. I do play Minecraft. Yep, I play Minecraft with my daughter from time to time. My wife asked me, she came up, she's like, said, what was that game, that Lego game that you and she were playing? And then she just gave up on it. I'm like, oh, the Lego Harry Potter. She's like, yeah, why didn't you guys ever finish that? I'm like, because she became a teenager, I guess. I don't know. She just walked away from it, man. Ask Pat. It's most likely something psychological or personalized. Oh yeah, playing with the kids always win. Absolutely, it doesn't matter what we play as long as we're playing something. Minecraft is all right. I don't really care for Minecraft. The building aspect, and I mean, when it first came out, it was really cool. I was able to. I had the Raspberry Pi version that I was able to run, which was cool, at the time. But I don't really get it. Whenever I play with it with my daughter, and we haven't played it in a while, probably because of this reason, but I always let's go to the Nether. Let's just go to the Nether and kill everything we can. So we go down to the Nether, and I'm down there just beating everything up, and she follows behind me, and she picks up all the all the stuff. And then we get in there, and she's like, "Don't fight that thing. We're not the proper level or whatever." I'm like, Leroy. And then she gets, she gets irritated with me because I pick fights that we can't win. I have a good time though. But if you're gonna play Minecraft with me, I'm not gonna be building shit. I don't care about creepers and all that. We're going right to hell. We're going right into hell, and we're gonna just start beating the fuck out of them. Because that's fun to me. That's the fun stuff. Hey, there we go. I got free over there at the YouTubes. Any other games, guys? Any other games that anybody's looking forward to this year? I'm surprised. But I need to do a poll. That. Writing down some stuff here. So my list contains basically Indiana Jones, Stalker 2, and whatever the new Assassin's Creed game is going to be. Those are the ones that I'm looking forward to. But which ones are you guys looking forward to? What's coming out in the next 6 months that you guys are like really, really excited about? I know I'm missing a couple on here. I know I'm missing a handful. The possibility of a Blackout return. That would be a lot of fun. Reckless, Subnautica 2. Oh, that's next year. Nothing this year? You're not looking forward to anything coming out this year? Man, let me just go through my wish list on Steam, and I'll tell you exactly. I know that most of these are probably going to be this year, but again, it really is hard to tell. Here's my wish list. I'm looking forward to a game called Luna Abyss. Not the highest on the radar, but it looks like something that'll be interesting. Squirrel with a Gun. Squirrel with a Gun looks pretty awesome. Again, no time frame on that one. We the People, that's another extraction shooters coming out. Betamax, that's that 80s Portal type gameplay. It's a puzzle game, but it's like 80s aesthetic, and it's kind of like Portal in a way. That's supposed to be coming out this year. That looks like fun. Unrecord and Body Cam. Those are the body cam games. Those are both supposedly coming out this year. Mouse has been pushed back to 2025. That one looks fun. And that's it. That's all I have on my Steam list. I know there's more, but I got my XD, but I didn't get my Division. Division 3, I assume there's no release date on that, but that's probably next year minimum at the earliest. Yeah, I almost feel like X Defiant should have waited a few more months. Yeah, I mean, because their ideal release time would have been November, December last year. That was their ideal release time. And now, unfortunately, because of where they released, I'm more interested in other games, and the excitement that I had for X Defiant is kind of gone now. I still play and I still enjoy it, but it's I was really looking forward to that in November. So I'm thinking that maybe they should have waited and maybe right around the September, right before the new Call of Duty comes out. Maybe they come out because there's still a lot of game to come out this year. So unfortunately, X Defiant's kind of going low on the radar right now. I'll still play it. And I still have fun with when we're playing with the homies and stuff, but I'm not excited like I was. Not really. Modern gaming has fallen off. I agree. I know Reckless and I were talking about. I wouldn't necessarily say retro gaming, but like last gen gaming. A lot of Xbox, PC games from the early to mid teens. That's what I'm kind of enjoying right now. I've been going back through and playing. I'm trying to get Splinter Cell Blacklist. Trying to get that going on my PC right now. It's kind of having some issues. But there's a ton of mods for that I like to run. I'd love to do a playthrough for you guys. If I would have had time over the weekend, I would have set it up and we could have played it today. But other things came up and I got some information. So Arc 2 coming this year. Isn't Arc 2 already out? Isn't that the one we tried playing a couple weeks ago and it like just made my computer scream like a little girl and run away? And yeah, I think that was my computer was like holding like 30, 40 frames. Another one of those Unreal Engine 5 games that are just gonna be very, very hard to play. Star Wars and ACR disappointment. The ones that already came out, or you mean the ones that are coming out? Are you talking about like what is it called? Outlaws? Is that what you're referring to? Outlaws and the new Assassin's Creed are a disappointment? Division 3 will likely be 26. Oh, we got plenty of time. You got plenty of time now. Shit, I wouldn't even think about that game. Like every once in a while, there's a game that I know it's not going to be out until same time frame, 2026, 2027, somewhere in that neighborhood. But I'm so excited about it. Every time I think about it, I can't get it out of my head, but I need to just push it away. Is the new 007 game that's being done by IO, Hitman. Ooh. Hitman and James Bond. Yeah, let's go. That's going to be a lot of fun. But again, it's so far off that I don't want to get excited about it. I shouldn't even be thinking about Indiana Jones because I'll be excited when it comes out, but it comes out in December and I hate the winter. So at least there's one positive for the winter time. Indiana Jones. Archie's been out for a while now. Ace Combat 7 might be up the street. I did enjoy the Ace Combat games on the 360. I didn't play them a whole lot, but they were kind of fun. Arc Ascension Evolved but that's just a remake of the original. Oh, I got you. So it's okay. So they were at the same time they were doing a remake of the original and they were doing a follow-up game. That's incredible. Currently, Ark Survival Ascendant was just a remake of Ark on Unreal Engine 5 with crossplay enabled. I gotcha. The ones that are going to be $120. Star Wars Outlaws looks disappointing, yes, and I'm not paying for the deluxe edition at $120. Nope, not going to happen. Yeah, I don't ever buy those. I think Call of Duty and Modern Warfare 2 was the Vault edition. I bought that one because I had high hopes for DMZ, so that made sense to do that. And I got a lot of gameplay and a lot of fun out of the game. So I mean, it wasn't a total loss, but looking back, it was just kind of waste of money. Gray Zone Warfare, I happily threw $100 up here. Take my money. I want to help you guys get to the next level, and I'm glad I did. I still love Gray Zone. I'm just to the point now where there's no reason to go back in unless I have a squad. I've been trying to put together a squad to get some missions done, but we just couldn't. The planets didn't align. We couldn't get together. So I'm kind of stuck right now at a handful of missions that are just literally impossible to get done as a solo. But we'll get there, damn it. We'll get there. So I've got the name right. Good. Our drinking keeps getting in the way of, yes, I know. I probably need to delete that. I started streaming on YouTube, what was it, Friday night? I was trying to catch up with the boys, and I streamed for like 6 minutes. I don't know if you guys watched it, and it's just me checking my settings and messing around with a handful of things. I got my settings like dialed right in. It's beautiful. It's like, it's almost perfect. But after messing with them for 3 weeks, I finally got them right where I want them, and they look amazing. But I haven't touched the game since Wednesday, Thursday. It's been a few days. I can't say touch. I'm actually gone out and played. I've been at the home base a couple of times doing certain things, but I haven't actually played the game. Got a few done solo yesterday at MS. Also died a fuck ton of times. Yeah. Friday night got messed up on that. That's on us. Oh, that's all right. It's no big deal. I'm not throwing blame on anybody. No big deal. It just didn't happen. No big deal. We move on. It's all good in the hood, man. It's just to the point where, like, if you keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, that's the definition of insanity. Like, I'm already on the brink, so I'm not going to keep doing this over and over and over and over and over and over, because no matter what, something's going to happen. Like that last day that we played on stream, where no matter what, every time I went back into Fort Nerith, I just kept getting fucked. Headshots every time. And I'm done. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. It doesn't make sense. I don't mind losing gear, and I mean, money's plentiful in this game. I don't really, it's just having to go through and constantly have to go through Handshake and Gunny and rebuild and build this weapon just to have, I need to spend a day going through and then just building up my inventory of weapons, because I think that's what takes the longest. I have an MK18 build that I like, and I have an M4 build that I like, and I need to just build up maybe 4 or 5 sets, and then the gear doesn't matter to me. That's easy. All I have to do is just buy it and put it on. But I think that's what I need to do. I've been dropping lower levels hella cash and MK18s. Nice. Maybe tonight. I don't know what's going on tonight. We got stuff going on all week long again. The daughter is done with soccer. Soccer season's done. But now she has a banquet on the 13th, I think, that we have to go to. But today, the wife and I have a bunch of running we have to get done. I have to go get this kid's tire fixed. I have to look at his computer. Yeah, you've noticed that Grandma hasn't been here in a while because her computer took a crap. I have it out in the garage, and I can't figure. I spent a lot of time on it yesterday. It looks like it's a bad motherboard. So at this point, start over. It's so old. There's no reason to even bad motherboard. You're done. That's it. You're done. No reason, even just start over. You're done. My inventory looks like a 3rd grade art project. Yeah, macaroni scattered. Macaroni everywhere in there. Built 10 EMT kits, and they're all gone. Now, the EMT, I always keep that in my safe, my safe locker, unless I have a large story mission item. Then I'll take my EMT out, put that in my bag, and then put this to safety, keep the other. But that's one thing that if I die, I would like to keep my meds and my EMT stuff. Everything else can go away. I'm not really concerned with anything else. I try to put some extra ammo in there and things like that, but that tracks because you're a 3rd grader. That's funny. I think it's so needy. Just kidding. Has anybody else had a chance to play in? I'm like, I'm kind of on the fence. Like I'm still a little irritated that I didn't get into the play test, But the more I watch this game, the more I'm kind of like not interested in. But Arena Breakout, has anybody else had a chance to play that, and what do they think? Did anybody else try to get into the play test? Has anyone had an opportunity to play it? And everybody that was playing it, that was streaming it, was talking, pretty highly of it. They're back to playing Tarkov and everything else that they were playing before. So I don't really see anybody streaming it, but I know it's still out there. Do you think that's going to be a contender, or do you think it's just another one of those games? And I still feel like an asshole for not being able to get involved with Exfil over the weekend. Feel terrible. I think they're going to remove me. They're probably going to end up kicking me out. But it just our schedules just never align. And when I tried, like this weekend, I really did try. I set time aside based on their time frame and everything, and it just didn't work out. Things got pushed back. The wrong times were put out there. It went from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it was like right around the time I was doing Jackbox. It was just a mess, man. Just a mess. Arena Breakout is what COD DMZ should have been. That's what somebody else said. Little Hog, I think he's the one that said the same thing. Oof. What are you oofing? Everyone is saying it's Tarkov clone. They literally copy pasted the code, but I have no personal experience or dog in the fight. So I heard that too, but I also heard that it's just it's the closest to Tarkov, and that's why the developer was getting butthurt over this, because they actually had some real competition. Like Gray Zone's not really trying to compete with Tarkov. Unfortunately, they are being compared. But the more I play Gray Zone, the more I want to say it's more of an Arma game. It's more of an Arma than it is Tarkov. It's more Arma and DMZ, I want to say. Jackbox was a little iffy too. What do you mean, like the numbers? That's what I was talking about earlier, is that I'm thinking about, that's the poll I was going to do, is should I push Jackbox back like a half hour or so? It seems like the first half hour of Jackbox, nobody's around. We have 4 or 5 people, and I'm like, come on, guys, let's get into a game. I actually sat there for like 4 or 5 minutes on Saturday, waited for the first game, just trying to get people to get in there. After we got through that game and started the second one, then people started showing up, and then we had a big group of people, which is fantastic. But I'm wondering if I should push it back a little bit or something to get people there. Oh no, people are saying that buildings are exactly the same and guns, etc. And then someone found out neither game had permission to use the gun names. Oh, I gotcha. I don't know. I watched some of our homies play Tarkov over the weekend. One of our buddies was streaming it, and I pulled it up, and I was here working on a couple things and watching, and it just I don't understand. The game just seems so boring. Someone had mentioned that it was Smokey had said, we thought Gray Zone was slow. Check this game out, and he's talking about Exfil. And I'm like, oh yeah, it is slower, but when you get a group of people, it's more fun. But it is a lot of standing around waiting and this and that. But man, I was watching this guy play, and it was so incredibly boring, and nothing against this person at all. And I'm not even going to mention the name because I don't want to start anything, and I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just saying the gameplay of Tarkov is so boring to me. I don't know what it is. It's the slow movement, and then every time you loot something, you got to go through this wheel as you're searching. It's like it reminds me of like when you're trying to watch a show and you have bad internet and it stops and it's buffering and buffering and buffering. That's what it feels like. And then they get in there and like, okay, I need this, and they grab it and they go to the next thing, and it's just all looting. And they're like, wait, we got enough loot. Let's get out of here. And then they're so heavy that they're like, and they're just slowly making their way across the map to get to wherever. And then all of a sudden they're in a gunfight, but they're so overloaded, they have to slowly move to the tree for cover. And I can't get into it. I just can't get into it. I mean, Gray Zone's slow compared to other games, but it's not that slow. I feel like it's a better combination. In Gray Zone, I think what they need to do is they need to like nerf, or I would say buff the stamina. Let's buff the stamina. Let's give us a little bit more stamina, because when you're carrying stuff that you need for a fight, I get, that if you're heavy, then you're going to slow down. But my God, you jump twice and you're, we gotta do something about that. Please. Please. Have I knifed anyone yet? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've knifed a handful of them. I've only been successful twice, because the knife should be a one hit, maybe a little too much. A two stabby. Because the problem is, if you can get close and you start stabbing them, they spin on a dime in the headshot. So it's very, very difficult. Now, the way that I was able to do it the first time was with Metal Josh, and he came around the corner, started stabbing the guy. I came running up and started stabbing, and I think we confused the AI, didn't know which one of us to shoot. So it was kind of like, and then it was dead. But I mean, I stabbed it 3 or 4 times. I know Metal stabbed it at least 3 or 4 times. The second one, I had shot him and I went in for the kill, but I still had to stab him 3 times. Still had to stab him 3 times. We need cardio. Me and Ham snuck up on a guy last night. We went sawmill and barrel stuffed him so he couldn't shoot him. Get really close, they can't shoot you. That's hilarious. Oh, the AI can all day long. I've done that before too, where I've actually walked up to, I think what happened though, is I was so close to him, I think my barrel was actually through his character. So when I pulled the trigger, the gun shot through him, right? Like it didn't even do him any damage. Cause I just barrel stuffed this guy, pulled the trigger, and nothing. But again, I mean, it could have been a bug. I don't know. It should be like 1 stab to the neck or like 28 to the chest. Something. But it's not really worth trying to get in close. I mean, if you run out of ammo and you're surrounded, or there's no other way out, then yeah, Geronimo, let's go. But I wouldn't recommend trying to stab. Makes your gun point down so they can't aim. I have experienced that, and we got that a lot in PUBG as well, where if you're too close to an object, your gun will go straight up in the air. And I've experienced that a handful of times in Gray Zone as well. Usually when I'm close to a fence, I died to it last week, as a matter of fact, because I got too close to the fence. The guy came running out at Fort Nerith out of headquarters, and I lit this guy up. But I was on the edge of this little hill. So I was trying to balance myself, and I moved just a little too far forward, and my gun went up, and he wasn't dead yet, even though I had put half a mag in this thing, and he one-shotted me. Done. So, and it's tough kind of in some of the houses when you're trying to get an angle through a house, and the bed's in your way, so you're trying to jump on the bed, but you're out of stamina, so you can't jump on the bed, so you try to get a little closer to the window, and this happens. And then it's just, you go, oh shit, I can't shoot. And then you're dead. But I mean, these are all things that will be fixed in time. Matter of fact, PUBG did that because there was too much shit on the ground. They started removing stuff. So they started removing furniture from houses and things like that, especially around windows. Yeah, because it was such a pain in the ass trying to peek out windows and stuff. I made a shorty M4. It's nice. You get so damn close to the cover. Yeah, I've been running a shorty MK18. The MK, just for up close and personal, just seems to be the gun for me anyhow. And I use my M4 for long range. I think it's intentional. I don't know. Some of this AI, man, if you're even when you are behind cover, but if you're out in the open and you try to stop to hammer one of them, you're dead. That's why you'll see a lot of the times that I die is because I'm trying to flank into cover. I'm just trying to get out of there. And of course, they always headshot me as I'm running full tilt to cover. If you stop to try to aim it, you're dead. You're dead. but I still love the game. I think it's a great, and we have a long ways to go, and I'm very excited to be a part of this journey that is the Gray Zone. I think they have a great idea, a winner of a game. And it's only going to get better. They're going to give us more things to do, more areas. I don't know if vehicles will ever be a thing. That'd be kind of cool though, to have some vehicles. But it would be nice to have like a to separate the lobbies instead of having the PvP VE or whatever. Remove the missions on the PvP side of things and then have it just a hunting thing. There, just give us incentives to play PvP, I guess. But they have a long ways to go. They got to figure out how to keep people from camping and LZ camps are just terrible. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of gameplay there. Right now, the PvE mode is fantastic for co-op and big, large missions, and it's a lot of fun. It's great. I enjoy it. The Dark Souls extraction shooters. Ton of fun for only 30% of the intended content. Oh, exactly. Yeah, they're only 30%. I mean, they say between 20 and 30%. I mean, we got a lot of gameplay coming. And yeah, it's going to be great. A finished product's going to be amazing. And then by then, more and more people will have, higher end computers or better video cards, things like that, so they can play along with us. It just sucks that right now it's not accessible to everybody because it does take such a beast of a PC to play. I was talking with Ham on that. Maybe you can't drive the cars, but they can stop civs and get rides. That would be fantastic. If they can't add any more choppers, maybe offer some like Humvee rides or something. That'd be cool. Like in Far Cry, when they have the predetermined like rides that you do, that'd be kind of cool. Just have a handful of dudes that are out there just in Humvees, just driving around, just picking people up. Oh, it'll take longer, but would you rather, especially like if you're just trying to go from one area to the next that is close enough that a vehicle could get you there in no time, but far enough away that it's not worth walking. So if you're like Filang Airport and you want to go to Midnight Sapphire, you call in a Humvee. Instead of sending a chopper all the way across the map to pick you up and drop you 20 feet away, a Humvee comes in, or like you call in a chopper and it says, okay, well, you're only going this distance. No choppers available. We have a Humvee on its way. So they send in a Humvee, you hop in that thing with your squad, and then boom, 3-4 minutes later, you're at your destination. That would be great. But Humvee ride around the entire map. So save the 4 choppers for the longer distance, and then have like Humvees or whatnot take care of the shorter distance drives, especially from base to Nam, your starter town. That should 100% be Humvees. They should have trucks coming and going all day long there, because you do drive through that little area that's just outside of the base, and it does have some enemies. So as you're driving by, you could exchange gunfire with the enemy. That'd be cool. See, there's a lot of things that they could do. There's a lot of stuff that could take place. Do I think they'll introduce more guns? Yes, absolutely. When it comes to guns, everyone loves variety. I mean, even Call of Duty has more guns than they should have, and they introduce guns all the time. So yeah, I would say that this game will introduce at least several more. I'd like to see 2 or 3 more sniper rifles that actually do something. I would love to see a couple more ARs, of course. Some SMGs. Can we get some SMGs? Shotguns don't really do anything yet either. I know they said they fixed it. I haven't tested it yet, but shotguns they're a no-go. The SMG that you can get in town, whatever that little thing is, I thought that was a sidearm. I thought that was a handgun. It was fully automatic. So I built one that okay, this thing's pretty cool. And I tried to put it in that position, it won't. It's a primary gun. I'm like, well, I don't want this thing. Like we either need one like a little primer or a sidearm that is a fully automatic that we can kind of mess with a little bit, Or they need to come up with an actual SMG, because that thing is not, no, that ain't working. No one runs that shit. In Ghost Recon, we had the ability to call on various vehicles. Yeah, so you can jump off or on whatever, but the route is predetermined. Something, or even if it just materializes, it's not constantly running, so then you have to wait for it to get to that position. But I mean, again, if you're within a certain distance and it's not worth sending a chopper, they could just say, okay, we have a Humvee en route, and then it'll just materialize or just spawn just off screen somewhere, like around the corner in the trees or something, and then boom, here it comes. Comes up to you, you hop in. All right, guys, we're heading out, and then it takes you to your destination. You get dropped off. It goes around a corner and then just disappears. Because right now, that's one of the problems I have with the choppers. Only 4 choppers, okay, fine. But why do we have to wait for these things to, number one, come from the bottom of the map to go all the way to the top of the map to pick somebody up, when they can just come from the closest outside perimeter? And then when it's flying away, why do we have to wait for it to fly such a long distance for it to disappear? Like, fly off a little ways and just disappear. Just vanish. That would speed things up tenfold. I see the potential, but the outskirts of the map will need a solution for the choppers. What if it was covered? It was a covered civ truck you can jump into the back of, but can't see in or out of when on the ride. You could end up riding with another faction. Fine with me. I make friends all the time. It doesn't matter to me. A deuce and a half, like in Hell Let Loose. What? SMG? Yes, I would like to see more SMGs. Definitely. Get us our MP5s in there, at least. A P90 would be fantastic. The old Vector. Vector would be cool. That's SMG, otherwise known as the blindly fill the screen with bullets insurance policy. Very American. That's right. Close quarters, baby. Close quarters. Well, but yes, we'll definitely get more. We're definitely going to get more weapons. We're going to get, I assume we're going to get more gear. We'll probably get higher level stuff. Right now, the max level for all your merchants are level 3. I'm sure that'll increase to 5 and then probably eventually 10 at some point. And then obviously at every level, even more and more gear. I'd like to see more armor, some more, more everything. And then we'll probably start seeing skins. We'll probably start seeing either weapon skins or something along those lines. Nothing crazy, nothing outrageous, but maybe like a camo pattern. But I just, if they dabble in the skins, it's going to be hard not to want to follow the trend of the crazy, most outrageous things out there. We want to keep this as military sim as possible. I would like to see maybe like patches, like arm patches or something that you could put on your armor that says funny things or something along those lines. We're going to get nighttime rotation, which means that we're going to have night vision coming in. We're going to have flashlights on guns. We're going to have lasers. There's a lot of stuff coming. A lot of stuff coming in. Someone was telling us, I think it was last week, that a lot of this is going to happen in July. That we're going to see our first wipe, and then the nighttime rotation every 45 minutes supposedly is what's going to happen, and that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. You try this game called Body Cam? No, bro. I've been trying to get into that play test since Wednesday. And I can't get in it. I can't. I've had no luck in any play test lately. I don't know why. I don't know why. You ever have that feeling that the universe is just trying to tell you something? I think some generic camo patterns with a standard hook and loop patch for moral patches. Yeah, just something so we can kind of make it our own. And for us that we lost our heads, that bug that happened. we need to be able to go back in and change, because now I have a default character. We should be able to go in and change our character's looks at any time. I don't know why that's a one-time thing and that's it. Like if I'm feeling froggy and I want to get rid of the beard, I want to be able to go in there and, hey, I'm going to lose the beard today, or hey, I want a Tom Selleck mustache. I want that today. But I don't know why they only, because then they kind of make it feel more like an RPG. Like once you build your character, once you create your character, you can't look back. It's like, well, I mean, come on. I'd like to see a return of pins and patches. Looks hella scary. Yeah, Blue Guys. That's been on my wish list for a while. I've been really looking forward to that game. We'll see. We'll see. It's probably going to be another one of those games where it takes a lot of it takes quite a computer to play it. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody streaming it, but I know the playtest is happening right meow. Right meow. I don't know. Can it be streamed? Or is it under NDA? Or it seems like a lot of the playtests that have been going on lately, they're starting to dial back the NDAs, and it's more of, we're going to utilize this as not only a playtest, but we're also going to utilize this as a hype machine. That, especially when it comes to, like, if you see somebody that has something that you don't, you want that immediately. It's just human nature, right? So if you see people playing this game that were, pre-selected or, only selected out of a handful, then people are like, oh, this game looks amazing. They immediately want to get access to it, right? But then they find out that it's a closed beta, or it's a closed play test or whatever. So then they want it even more. It's like, well, if I can't have it, I want it that much more. So it seems like a lot of the play tests and a lot of the games that are doing these things, they're not under NDA anymore. I mean, as a matter of fact, the last game that I did I had to do an NDA for, I can't even talk about it. Like, that's how strict they are on it. Is a game that Louis is waiting for. We'll just hint. We couldn't stream it. We couldn't even talk about it. And it's so far off the horizon that it's not. I mean, we were playing this in alpha. I mean, there weren't even textures. Yeah, it was different, but we couldn't talk about it. We couldn't stream. We couldn't do anything about it. So it's good to see the smaller publishers, because that was a big company, allowing their game to be streamed even in the early access or alpha, pre-alpha state, to try to drum up some hype. Exfil, Gray Zone Warfare, this Arena Breakout game that we still haven't played, Body Cam. There's a lot of them. I like this trend, and I want to see companies continue to do this. Hello, people streaming it on YouTube. Okay. I just haven't seen anybody yet, so that's good news. That's good. So if I do eventually get in this thing, which I doubt it, keep hope alive though, right? Then I will absolutely be streaming it as well. That's, in my opinion, how you make the default Carhartt jacket your own. "17 and 20-year-old French dudes made the body cam game." That's awesome. You're also seeing a lot of small studios, like literally small 2, 3, 7-man studios. Exfil, this Exfil game, this is being made by 3 guys in their spare time. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. For some reason, I thought Gray Zone was a small team. It is not. It is not. Over the weekend, I think I showed this to you guys on Friday. I do believe it was on Friday when we were playing X Defiant. That in the first month of Gray Zone Warfare being out, they sold almost 1 million copies. Over 900,000 copies of the game. And then, I don't know exactly where their numbers come from, but because there's a couple different ways you can kind of skew the numbers. But either way, it looks like just over half of the people that bought the base game purchased DLC of some sort. So that's not bad for a first month pre-alpha early access game. That's incredible. So even if the numbers fall off, which they have been, and every day I go in there and look, and it seems like there's less and less viewers and less people actually streaming the game, that's fine, because 900,000 copies were sold, which means that these people own this game, which means that down the road, as new updates come out and the game expands and does other things, we have these 900, almost a million people that will be coming back to check it out from time to time. So we're gonna experience ups and downs with the game, but it's nice to know that right out of the gates, they were almost able to sell 1 million copies of the game. Congratulations to them. That's huge, huge. It's huge, I tell you. And I didn't see a whole lot of people streaming over the weekend. Just a handful. That one person playing Tarkov. Obviously, Ink and Skin and our boy Laz playing Red Dead Redemption. They're funny. They had the Apple Dumpling Gang. We should call them the Apple Dumpling Gang. Rides again. Subnuke knows what I'm talking about. But has anybody been playing X Defiant? Is that right now, all I'm seeing in the news and tweets and things like that from players is people are getting like fed up with it. Excuse me. People aren't liking the game right now, and there's a lot of the numbers are falling off and things like. A lot of it has to do with skill-based matchmaking, which I guess they thought was going to be better because Call of Duty forces it on you, and no one wants to be playing that, and blah 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 blah. But apparently people are kind of pissed that this game doesn't have it, so I don't understand. I thought originally I thought what they're going to do was the skill-based matchmaking was going to be for ranked only, and then your unranked or casual player, whatever you want to call it, was just open to everybody. But it looks like there's no skill-based matchmaking at all. I guess ranked kind of has it because depending on what level you're at, then you play with those other levels, so that makes sense. But I don't know. I know when we played on Friday, we were getting put into lobbies with, I think it was the low man and the totem. And we were getting put in lobbies with people that were 40, 50, 60. I think we played with a couple 80s, level 80s already. I mean, we're talking the game's been out for a week. These guys have been out here just grinding. I've been running. I've been playing. It's not bad. It's a fun game. Even ran a bit solo yesterday. Nice. I wouldn't compare it to COD. It's a lot different. Yeah, I wouldn't either. But again, I mean, the industry, man, the industry and people that only play it or they only watch it once or twice. It is an arena shooter, so it does have similarities with Call of Duty, but it's not really Call of Duty. It's not. I know a lot of people compare it to Overwatch, which is it's kind of fair. It's fair. But again, like most games that come out, it's a lot. It's like a hodgepodge of a lot of different games. But unfortunately, the industry is the one that's putting it up against Call of Duty. The play test that I did, it was more of a Call of Duty contender than it is actually right now. They've dialed a lot of stuff back and things have changed. But it would be nice to, and I floated this idea last week. It'd be nice to. I don't really care for powers in games. I don't really care for that crap. So using passives and ultimates and stuff like that, I like to see like what Call of Duty did years ago was it was just a stripped down game mode. There was no kill streaks, there was no field upgrades, there was none of that crap. It was just gunplay. You picked your loadout and you went in and you fought. I would love to see a stripped down just guns and nades. That's it. Just a stripped down arena shooter with no powers, no nothing like that. Even if it was just team deathmatch. But I would love to see search and destroy with no powers. Search and destroy, just all legit, would be awesome. So, to me, it's first person Rogue Company. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a great. Yes, we did. I remember playing Rogue Company. I remember streaming it for a couple days because one of the games was down. I can't remember what it was. Some game was down and we had to play something else for a day or two. That was way back when my brother was a mod. Holy shit. But yeah, I actually really did enjoy Rogue Company. It was fun. But again, third person, I can't do it. I just cannot do it. I haven't played X Defiant solo. I have. I have. It's not fun. Apex vibes with the voices. Yeah, I ended up turning that off because my God, The announcer is so annoying, so annoying. And then each character has their own little quips yeah. I ended up just turning that crap off. I just want to play, man. Just want gameplay. Played Rogue Company a while back, and it wasn't bad. But again, I was hoping more people would be interested and couldn't get anyone to try it. Oh yeah, we played it. I thought that the Doctor Disrespects level was actually really cool. I didn't mind it, but again, it's a third-person PvP game, and I just couldn't get behind it. Picked it up because I know a girl that did a bunch of motion capture for Rogue Company. Oh, is Rogue Cross? I played it and liked it. I don't know. When I played, I was still on console. I hadn't made the switch back over to PC yet, so I don't know. I don't know at all. What day is it? Louis like, we got to move on, man. We're starting to drift off. I'm trying to get 3 hours in today. I'm trying to. That's something I was saving that for last. I wanted to talk to you guys about something. But I was saving that for towards the end of the show. So, we'll do that here in a minute. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a quick little break. I'm going to go grab some more coffee. It is what, 10? Oh, it's almost 11 o'clock. Wow. I'm going to go grab some more coffee, hit the restroom real quick. And we're going to come back. We're going to talk a little more about some games, the future of the stream and what direction we're going to be going in. And then we'll do what day it is. So stay tuned, Louis. We got more coming. All right, guys, I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Whew, it's coffee. Might be annoying, but the trolling is funny. Funny as fuck. So it is. So Rogue Company is, there is crossplay there? That's interesting. Okay. It's a really good game, competitive though. I like the premise of it being an arena shooter, but I like how instead of having a spawn point, you like hoverboard in from an undisclosed location. So it's kind of like you enter kind of like a BR, and then it's just like it's off the rails, and then it just goes, you go kind of crazy from there. So I like that because there's no spawn camping as far as I remember, because it's been 2 years, I want to say. And then every time you die, when you come back, I do believe you're still on the board, right? You still have to, you don't spawn in on the map already. You're on the outskirts, and you keep coming in that way, which prevents spawn camping to a certain extent. I remember having fun with it, and I like the idea of it, but there wasn't a first person mode. So I ended up we played it for what, 2 days, I think, and we were having a lot of fun. We were kicking some ass. It was, it was fun. But I can't continue to play a game that's the third person PvP. I can't do it, which is, it's too bad for me. I'm probably missing out on a lot of good games, but I can't do it. Not for me. I remember it as CS:GO. Yeah, wasn't the TTK kind of, was kind of high? So you get hit once or twice, but they had powers and shit. So I remember having like peak corners, but then people were able to put things down, and but I'm pretty sure. Let's see, what company is that? Is that Epic? Was that an Epic game? Hell, is it available on Steam? I don't remember. I played on console. That's what I'm thinking about. Let's see, Rogue. And I got a ton of games on my Epic account that I need to go through. I don't think I've ever played any of these. I have Escape Academy. That's cool. Ghostwire Tokyo. Human Resource Machine. I got a bunch of Lego Batman games on here. That's cool. Oh, I have Guardians of the Galaxy. That was such a great game. If you guys have never played Guardians of the Galaxy and you have access to it, it used to be on Game Pass. That was such a great game. I had a lot of fun with it. I was just going for gamer points, and I ended up really enjoying myself. Yeah, there it is. There you go. Can I go to the page? Can I go to the store page? There you go. Store page. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember this now. Yeah, that's the other thing. It looked good, it played good, but being TPP, and I don't like powers. I'm just. But yeah, I do remember. Okay, I do remember this. It actually looked fantastic too, and I had played it on. It's been out since 2020. I played it on the Xbone Series X, and it was fun. It was fun, and we played it for a day or two. But again, that TPP, man, I just can't do it. Is it available on Steam? Is it a Steam game as well? It is not. So I'm always the only place I'm seeing to play it right now is Epic. Epic, and I doubt it's on Ubisoft. I highly doubt it. Yeah, there's no way. I would say the only other place that would have it would be in Steam, but it doesn't look like it's there. Road Company. Oh no, it is there. It is there. That's weird. I type in Rogue and it came up with nothing, but then I type in company and boom, there it is. So it is available on Steam. And they're doing a playtest? That can't be right. Playtest for what? The game's been out for 4 years. Damn, the minimum system requirements for that game, an NVIDIA GTX 555, a 555. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. Interesting. The recommended is a GTX 960. Literally anybody can play that game. So there you go. If anyone's interested in Rogue Company, I know it's free to play on every platform, but if you have a PC and you want to play it on there, anything will play it. You'll be good to go. Anyone interested in a free month of Game Pass Ultimate? Don't all raise your hand at the same time. Basically, Valor. What is Valor? Valor game. There you go. Valor. There's a game here, but that doesn't pop up anything. There's no pictures. Oh, there's an event. Escape the Enigma, Journey Through the Chambers, April 24th. Oh. Looks like dark and darker. Now. Love my Game Pass. Absolutely. That's what I was talking about this morning. Because I don't know. I was on the fence about getting rid of Ultimate and just sticking with PC Game Pass since I don't ever use my Xbox. But with the Call of Duty titles coming out to Game Pass, and we still don't know if the PC is going to, number one, if PC Game Pass is going to be getting the games, and number two, if there's going to be any cross play, which I doubt. I think number one, yes, some of the games will be available on PC Game Pass, but there probably will be no cross play. But I'm really hoping, again, and I'm going to put this out there. I need a t-shirt that says, please bring blackout with crossplay. That's just blackout with crossplay. That's what I want. I need to make up a shirt and wear it and stream every day until the game comes back out again. It's CSGO with abilities. Rogue Company's third person though. I don't remember playing like Counter-Strike. I mean, you had to be careful, and there was a lot of corners and shit that you had to watch because people would hold corners, and the TTK was kind of high, but or low. It was quick to kill people. How's that? I wanted to see if they added a new version of the body. Oh my god, it keeps blowing my eardrums out. The body cam game. Is there a new video for that yet? Let's see. It looks like it's the same video. Oh, it's creepy. Okay. So we've been talking about Metal's just getting here. Metal Ears, they're doing a body cam playtest this week. It started, I think it was, I think it's actually started on Friday, but I've been trying to get a key since Wednesday, and I just can't get it. I don't know if they're doing the same thing that Gray Zone did, where they're holding out and they're giving the keys to like the big streamers, the ones that are pre-established or whatever, or what's actually going on. Again, I haven't personally seen anybody streaming it yet, but I know that it's out there. And Louis said that there's a lot of people streaming it on YouTube. So There's that. Dev gave out keys, only footages from streamers lately. Okay, so you've seen these streamers yet, bigger streamers, and they gave them additional keys to give away. Yeah, see, they got to get away from that shit too, man. Because there's a lot of us that they're like, you know, the mid-level streamers that we want to get big too. We need help from the industry. We can only do so much on our own. Giving us the ability to stream a game that's not out in the wild and giving us a chance to hype it up for them, and we're not being, you know, the big guys. It almost feels like, and this is part of what I was going to talk about here in a little bit, is it's almost like the when you go to college and you get yourself a degree, and then you get out and then you try to get yourself a job with the degree, and everyone tells you, well, we need experience. Well, I went to school and I have this paper showing that I know how to do the job. Well, we only look for experience. It's one of those situations where it's like, it's hard to get ahead because the requirements, they're just almost goddamn impossible to get to. So it makes it difficult for someone that's trying to come up in the world and trying to get noticed and get their name out there. Makes it very, very difficult. But I mean, if you're already established and you already have, 10,000 plus, people, and you average, 100, multiple hundreds per stream, you've already there, for the most part. So let some of us littler guys get an opportunity to maybe grow ourselves, grow our streams. I know I have 20 plus experience and they want the degree. Exactly. And then it's the opposite there is, same thing is that you have all the experience, but then they want you to get this piece of paper. My wife has been kind of experienced in this in her position because she started at the bottom, worked her way to the top. She did go to school, but for something completely different back in the day. And now a new CEO comes in and he's like, okay, for everybody that's at these higher positions, I want them to go back to school. I want them to get at least their bachelor's. And then if you have your bachelor's and you want to make, the next move up, I want you to, you got to have your master's degree. So this guy is forcing a lot of these people in the company to go back to school. My wife wants to go back, and as long as they're willing to pay for it, she will do that 100%. Otherwise, she says she's happy in the position she's in right now. And I can't blame her. But it's kind of a double-edged sword, We want you to have two things, experience and a degree, but you can't do both at the same time. So you get out of school with, student loan debt up to your eyeballs, and you're just trying to get a job so you can start paying off that debt for and you just can't, because then you can't find the job, which means you have to start off as an intern with a degree, making $15 an hour if you're lucky, and you're not going to be paying off student loan debt with that $15 an hour. That ain't gonna happen. So unless you can go to school and you're guaranteed a job directly out of school, where you can start making, $100,000 a year to start paying off the student loans, it doesn't make sense. It's tough. It's a tough racket out there, man. It really is. Subnuke, what did you do? If you don't mind me asking, what is your area of expertise? What do you do? I feel like Office Space. What is it? What exactly is it that you do around here? Well, I take the papers. I take them from over here and I file them with it. We just found out today that Bow Hunter, he's a headhunter for corporate. He's a corporate headhunter. That's awesome. That's a cool job. I might have to just slide in my resume and see what happens. I could take phone calls from here. That's what you get to look forward to. I'll be streaming. I'll be like, hold on, guys, I got to take this phone call. You're right with you. That's the next step. I want to show you guys this. I don't know if we've seen this one before. Has anyone seen the body cam here? Let's just watch it. Here, let me just put it up real quick here. Never mind. It's such terrible quality. Never mind. It's really blurry and stuff because it's basically it's Steam's video that's in a little window. And when you go to expand it, it's just the same clarity, just expanded to your screen. So you're taking a 480p picture and you're blowing it up to 1440. Yeah, it doesn't look good at all. Looks terrible. I've been in purchasing management and demand planner for almost 25 years. Purchasing coordinator, inventory control, accounts payable. Bow Hunter. Bow Hunter. Get this man's information. We got you, Nuke. We're gonna hook you up, man. You'll be doing corporate takeovers. Hostile. Super hostile takeovers here before you know it. Handle everything from sourcing vendors, getting quotes, generating POs, receiving POs, matching the invoice, etc., to submitting for payment, as well as inventory control and tracking. So you're the logistics guy. You handle all logistics. There you go. HD vid. Oh yeah, I could pull it off YouTube. I just didn't want to I didn't want to play this one here. Is there a newer one? I see there's 2 videos out there. I think this is the most recent one here. Oh, that's the most recent. They did add another one. No, that's the original. What about this one here? This one's super they got some hip hop music or something in the background, and they've got it cranked. So you can barely hear the gunfire, and it's just distorted music in the background. It's hard to hear anything. I can't follow that link because I am on 2 different PCs. So let me just go to YouTube and I'll find it. What is that? I just see a lot of people playing it, but I don't see anything from the. I don't see their. Yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same names. I'm seeing it now. It's all the bigger extraction shooter guys that are getting access to the game, like Jack Frags and Fix 8. I've seen that name before, Fix 8. Fry Guy or something like that. I just saw him a minute ago. Operator Drewski, Tomographic, Big Fry, that's the guy's name. Yeah, so these are all the same guys that had access to Gray Zone Warfare are the ones that are getting access to Body Cam. It's too bad. It's kind of a bummer. I'm not seeing it here. Oh well, either way, it doesn't matter. If you guys want to watch the Metal, Josh posted a link there. But that's the game that's being played right now. It's in play test, and it looks like a lot of the videos are already up on YouTube. So pay the bills, everything from overhead, maintenance to spare parts and raw materials, etc. I got it. You were the Toby. You were you were the Toby, weren't you? Yeah, you know, the same thing with Gray Zone. I made friends with Rick, and we had a couple back and forths, but he wouldn't give me access. Wouldn't give me, you know, he kept making excuses. Then I found out the reason was because they were only giving it to the big streamers, the big guys. So the last time I got in really good with a dev though was with Xfil, and they welcomed me with open arms, and they're a great bunch of guys. I didn't get a chance to play Xfil over the weekend because, you know, all the problems that was on both, I guess, problems on both sides. We just couldn't align. But either way, name is Neo Gold. Okay. I haven't really had a whole lot of time to do anything, and that's what I'm kind of getting into here. Okay, so we'll just get right into it, and then we'll do Louis' favorite, which is what day is it? Okay, so I started this journey 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago, and with the intention of, you know, obviously like anybody that's just starting out, to make it big, right? And when I did this, I quit everything I was doing to basically work from home and to really take a stab at this. And we've experienced some moderate success over the years. Starting off as a PUBG partner and playing, being the PUBG FPP guy. I was the face of FPP for PUBG partners, and it was awesome. I had a really good time. Made a lot of friends over that time frame, and then we jumped into DMZ. DMZ is where I experienced the most success, probably because it was Call of Duty. But this time last year, this channel was huge, absolutely just a monster. We're averaging 100 plus people. I think the biggest stream I ever had was 450 something people, which was incredible, absolutely incredible. As time goes on, things are kind of starting to slow down again, and we're getting into different games, and the landscape is definitely changing. The world is changing. There's a lot of stuff going on. I've been tracking my numbers the last few months, and I've also been focusing on YouTube quite a bit, and I'm starting to see some more success over YouTube, especially since I've been multi-streaming. Numbers are starting to climb over there. I'm having really good success. Some of the videos are taking off, and I'm having a lot of fun with editing and things like that. So I kind of said from the beginning that I'm gonna start focusing a little bit more with the YouTube side of things. The last month, since we've been getting nice weather, I've been kind of slacking in all departments because I'm outside and I have 1,000 things I got to get done. I'm having a lot of fun with that. But streaming is a part of what I do full time. I work from home full time, and I'm a full time content creator, streamer, whatever. I stream 5 hours a day typically. Well, I know there's been some hiccups lately, but I stream 5 hours a day. I take a quick break, and then I'm typically doing other videos or one of my other things that I do on the side. Tracking my numbers, streaming has gone down considerably, and it actually cost me money last month to stream. I actually lost money for the first time in 2.5 years. The first month where I actually lost money doing what I'm doing right now. So, typically, what would you do in a situation like this? It's tough because I love streaming and I love doing this, but I got to make changes and I got to figure something out. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another month. I talked with the wife about this because I've been all over the place. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I'm going to take another month. We're going to see if we can increase the numbers. I'm going to do everything in my power to be a little more entertaining, to play games maybe even a little bit longer. I like this format in the morning where we're talking for a couple of hours and then we jump into some games. I have ideas. I have more ideas that I've been working on. And so I'm going to put a lot of effort into the stream this month. If I can see numbers start to turn around, we're going to start maybe even increasing stream time, depending on. But as of right now, I have to start cutting back. So I think 3 times a week, I'm still putting numbers together. I'm still trying to figure things out. Today was the first day back, so I just wanted to kind of touch on this and let you guys know where I'm at. I've always been transparent with you guys. Always been transparent. I always tell you what's going on and what's happening, and probably give you too much information. But for people that want to go on the journey that I'm in, I'm not trying to prevent you from doing it, and I'm not trying to talk you out of it, but I want you to know it's not easy. It's not easy at all, especially when you're full-time. If you're just doing it on the weekends and you're just having some fun with it in the nights and stuff like that, whatever. It's a little extra income. Maybe it'll pay for a couple games or something. But if you are full-time and you're putting your whole heart and soul into things and you're busting your ass and spending more time doing this than your other job that paid you 6 figures, there's got to be some balance. So going forward, I'm going to be doing multiple streams where I'm just doing this in the morning and there's going to be no gameplay. And then other days I'm going to be doing this in the morning, gameplay, and maybe we'll kind of change it up a little bit. So we're going to start slowing down the streams. Streams are going to start to get a little smaller in length. We're still going to have great content. We're still going to have a lot of fun. There's still going to be a lot of things going on. Jackbox is not affected by this. The only thing I need to figure out with Jackbox is if I need to push it back a little further. Because it used to be 6 to 8, and then we moved it back to 7 to 9, and things were going pretty well. But it seems like now it's getting to the point now where I need to push it back maybe even a little more. So we'll see what happens. Probably because of the summer hours. Maybe we just need to do it for the summer because most people are outside until it gets dark, and that could be 10 o'clock at night. So maybe that's what we need to do. Good evening, sir. How are you doing? I'm doing fantastic. I think only 25 hours a week is the biggest problem in posting clips consistently to every social media and interact with. Metal, let me be the first to tell you that I've done that. I for 6 months, I was putting up shorts every day. Every other day I was putting up long form content, to Facebook, TikTok. Remember when Hover was around? I was doing that as well. I've actually gone longer than 25 hours a week. Um, I also, and I appreciate the suggestions, and I had suggestions from some of our other friends that are no longer here for various reasons. And some of them had other ideas, and I tried their ideas as well. I've tried everyone's ideas that everyone has, these great ideas. And I'm not saying they're not. They might work for you, they might work for other people, but for me, they didn't work. I've tried playing games I didn't like, only because they were in the top 10 being played. Didn't work. Call of Duty is a good example of that. That was one of the top games, and I played that for a year. And yeah, we did experience some success, but it wasn't knock me out of the ballpark types of success. I also don't have, I can't dedicate more than 5 hours a day to streaming. It's just, I can't do it because if I'm going to be doing 5 hours of streaming plus putting out shorts and doing long form content, I can't do it. So I got 5 hours, typically 5 hours of streaming, and then between 4 and 5 hours every day of editing, creating content, working with stream stuff, doing everything else. So I'm putting in roughly 10 hours a day plus weekends for this. So it's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. And I've tried so many different things. I've tried, doing the podcasting thing like I'm doing right now. I was trying to do just straight games all the time. I was trying to do a variety thing. I mean, I've done pretty much everything, and it's not quite working out. So I appreciate the suggestions. I've tried that. I've done exactly what you said there. Didn't work for me. The shorts are great, and here's the issue with shorts. I treated shorts like fishing hooks. I just put the content out there to try to get everyone to come back to Twitch and YouTube. Those are my platforms, right? What I saw was a lot of people were watching them. I was getting views up in the 10,000 plus, whatever. But it wasn't bringing any people to the streaming platform or to my YouTube. It wasn't really getting me anywhere. And I was spending a lot of time on these, a lot of time. But I had a lot of content. I had a lot of stuff going out. Every couple of days, I'd go in there and I'd put a few more in the hopper. So every day at 3 o'clock, I had another short going out. It didn't really do anything. And it sucks. I had all types of games. Most of it was DMZ stuff, but any other game that I'd play. I get a lot of thumbs ups. There was hardly any comments, but again, it didn't bring anybody back. So if you're out there fishing, if you go out fishing every day and you don't catch anything, is it still worth going out fishing every day? Or should we go someplace else, or maybe go fish somewhere else? You know what I'm saying? So you can spend your time doing all that, but if you don't see any results, you got to change it up. You got to change it up. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over. I'm not that insane. I'm close, but I'm not that insane. You did good. Thank you, Reckless. I appreciate it, man. Everyone is going to tell you to keep and try to persevere, but if you truly feel the tax of this, just it's not really even a tax. It's a business perspective. It's a business thing. Again, I have multiple things I do, multiple little streams of income. Okay, to kind of keep me afloat, so I can keep the dream alive. This is the one right here that isn't making. Should I spend 5 hours a day doing something that makes me money, or should I do something that for 5 hours a day that makes me very little? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not putting the blame on anybody. I'm not trying to start anything. I love you guys. And the ones that are here and supporting me, I love you guys. I really appreciate it and everything. But I have to I have to balance something. Something has to change. Otherwise, I can't support this anymore. And before you know it, I'm going to be completely out of money, and I'm going to be like, all right, sorry guys, I got to go back to work. and that's not off the table. And then like I said, I've been getting some job offers, and there's people have been contacting me, and we've been talking, but I'm not ready to give this up yet. I still think there is a possibility that this could turn out to be something. And I don't want to put my hat, I don't want to hang my hat up yet. I'm not done yet. I have to shift things in order to make this a reality, to continue doing this. So we're going to have to slow down a little bit. so that I can focus on other things. The time is always going to be spent. The 10 hours a day is going to be spent regardless of whether it be streaming or videos or whatnot. I just think I need to start spending a little bit more time on the things that are actually generating more income and pushing things back that are costing me money, right? Like any good business, you have to continue to change and to grow or whatever with your with the economy and things that are going on. And right now, I watch a lot of other streamers as well, big and small. And I'm seeing the trend is the viewership is coming down. But again, it's summer and people are going outside and they're doing things. So it just depends. It really just depends. Viewers and occasional thumbs up that don't translate to follows don't mean much. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I get it. Depends on if it's a job or a hobby. What do you mean? Views and the occasional thumbs up that don't translate to follows don't mean so much. So you're saying that even though the content's out there, it doesn't. So I was hoping that the content would be good enough, but then what happens is I also see that like we're in the TikTok generation, and it's the ADD generation. It's instant gratification or gratification right now. We don't. So that's why their short form content is huge right now, because you could sit there in one spot for hours and you can constantly just keep sliding your thumb. And there's, 10-second videos of this, 10-second videos of that, 20-second videos of this. But very rarely do people actually click on it and follow that person, unless it's hilarious or whatever, because it's just about getting to the next video. Get to the next video, get to the next video. So for someone to slide through the videos and they see something that's funny, they'll take the time to hit the thumbs up or maybe a quick comment. But following that link to go to your other platform to follow you there, it's just not. Unless it is TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Like if they'll follow me on TikTok, maybe. But trying to get people to come back to the follow the link, that's the hard part. That's the hard part. So like in this day and age, it's all about getting endorsed by other content creators, I think is what happens. So if you have somebody that has 1 million followers and they're putting out content every day like I am, right? They're spending 5, 10, 12 hours a day creating content, putting it out there, but they've already made a name for themselves and they've already had the viral video that put them on the map and things. Then they start doing collaborations with smaller guys to try to help them out at a price. I've also seen people charging to do this kind of stuff. But if you put a video out there and you get noticed by another creator and they like reshare your stuff, that's the way to make it big. You have to get in front of people. And that was my problem from the get-go, as I was telling the wife, is I know I have a gift of gab, and I know that I have the charisma and stuff to make it. I have to get in front of an audience, right? I can be a street performer, but I'm never going to make it big. I have to get on stage. I have to get on the stage and get in front of people so they can see what I'm capable of, who I am, and what's going on. That's the hard part. That's trying to get in front of the most people is very, very difficult. And I just unfortunately, I haven't had any viral videos, which it's all gaming stuff. So I imagine that gaming stuff doesn't typically go viral. I've also dabbled with some IRL stuff, but I don't know if I'm ready to do IRL stuff. And that worries me as well. As I don't know, there's always that fear that people are going to know who you are and they're just going to pull up in your driveway. I've seen it on YouTube videos of people finding out where YouTubers live and then stalking them. So it makes me nervous. I don't want the same thing. So it's hard. It's hard. It really is. Posts don't get pushed without interaction. You can't just put it out and not interact with it and expect it to be pushed out further via the algorithm. How do I... Metal, you seem to be full of ideas. How do you interact with something you put out there? I see people that put their videos out and then they like it. Is that what you're talking about? But I always thought that was kind of cheesy to be the first person to like your video. We know you like the video because you put the video out. So I don't want to be that guy. But like when there are comments, I have my YouTube Studio app. Whenever there's a comment, I immediately jump on there and I like their comment. I love their comment. I say something in return. But I don't. I guess I don't understand what you mean by the interact with it. Like, I'm agreeing with Beatdown. Put a clip on YouTube and it gets views and thumbs up. But if the person doesn't follow and later sub, there's really not much. Right. That's the problem. Is, again, if you're sometimes maybe I'm just using the wrong bait. Maybe I need to use something else. I have a half a dozen ideas of videos. My number one video on YouTube is a tutorial that I made almost 3 years ago about how to make an Xbox, how to make the ultimate Xbox gaming machine, right? I have 27,000 plus views on that right now. That video every month is my number one video. So it looks like instead of having raw video footage or gaming footage, maybe I need to just do tutorials where my face is there. Maybe that's what's missing. Maybe I need to do more videos where I'm actually talking to the camera and I'm not in the background talking, or it's just all gameplay footage. Maybe that's what is needed. But again, these are ideas that I have, but in order to implement them, I have to cut back somewhere. And I'm not cutting back on family time. I'll tell you that right now. That's not going to happen. That's the whole reason I'm doing what I'm doing, because I want to be able to spend more time with my family. So that can't go. So I have to kind of move the needle one direction or the other. You should try to do a TikTok live. More people are swiping on TikTok than Twitch or YouTube. I can't do live because you have to have 1,000 followers or whatever on TikTok. I don't have that. And I actually just abandoned TikTok, really. TikTok and Facebook. I still post to Facebook sometimes, but TikTok was like the lowest for me. That just didn't work. I miss Hover. Hover was fantastic. It was like TikTok for gamers, and that just up and disappeared one night. I don't think anyone who edits will agree that it's very hard to make the time you submit to the project worth it. Yeah, editing, I like editing, but it takes up so much time. It's a time killer for sure. If they enjoy what they see, they'll click the link. So maybe they're just not enjoying. Maybe I'm just not, maybe they just don't like what they're seeing. I don't know. Lightning in a bottle is the name of the game. I know. That's the thing. Bring it on, baby. See the beatdown. That's right. What's going on, Trahan? How you doing? When folks do that on mine, I'll go in and tag them on a comment and ask a question. They usually reply, and that builds the algorithm. When folks do that on mine, what do you mean do that on yours? I'll go in and tag them on a comment and ask a question. I'm confused on that. And I don't know. No one knows. No one knows. It might work for you, but no one knows what the algorithm is. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there that all claim they know what the algorithm is. Nobody knows. It's like the Coca-Cola formula. Nobody knows that except for YouTube themselves. And I've tried a lot of different things, and it doesn't seem like the videos get put any place any higher than what they were. So again, what works for you may not work for somebody else. And what works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for me. I don't know. Let's see. People are weird as fuck, though, and I couldn't imagine people coming to your house. If you're afraid, security and work on your aim can't be a weirdo if you don't have a brain. I think the word I used was worried, not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not really afraid of anything, except for my grandma. My grandma comes running out of that house. She's going to throw me a whooping. Then I'm afraid. But no, I'm more worried than anything. Variety is the spice of life. I know. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I know. That's what I'm getting at right now. Family time. That's right, wife. See, she gets it. I think experimenting with different content is a good idea. 100%. TikTok is the devil. Yeah, I'm not really keen on TikTok. And if I had 1,000 viewers, I would try it. I am not opposed to it. But again, I'm not going to go back to a platform that's not really working for me to put in all the work just to get to a place where I can possibly, see what I'm saying? I kind of got to cut my losses like any other business. Again, I can't cut back on family time based as hell. Facebook hates me and always asks me to pay for reach. That's because my reach without paying a dime is thousands higher consistent. Exactly. That's the same thing with YouTube and Facebook. Is it worth it? I mean, I've watched 1,000 different videos on should you pay for those things? Exactly what you're talking about. And guess what? There's no common answer. Some people say, no, it's not worth it. Some people say it's worth it 1,000%. I got 1,000 viewers in a month for spending $100. But again, is it worth it to you? Is it worth it to you? Is 100 viewers, now if you do the math and if you get 1,000 viewers and they subscribe to you and then they join you or whatever, they pay that monthly fee, are you going to recoup your $100 and then some, or are you still losing money? That's the hard part. So you got to kind of play the game. You got to try something here. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, let's go try something else. Nope, that didn't work. Let's go try this. Okay, this is starting to work. Let's put a little more emphasis. Let's put a little more work into this over here. And then that means that if we're going to put more work over here, we have to cut something over here. Right now, the number one thing for me that is not as profitable as everything else that I have out there is streaming. And I hate to use the word profit because again, this is a job for me and I don't want to lose viewers on the fact that you're not paying me. You're not subscribing to me. This is your fault. I'm not putting the blame on anybody. I'm just saying that as of right now, I just can't put as much time into this as I wanted to. I love you guys. I love all you guys. And I appreciate you being on the journey with me. And I'm not done. I'm not saying I'm coming. I'm just saying I'm gonna have to cut back a little bit. We're going to try some things. And if it doesn't work, then we'll come back full capacity and we'll do something different. But I want to be real with you guys because I'm always transparent with you guys what's going on. Always. Always. Because again, this is a journey that you guys are on with me. So for those of you that are contemplating quitting their jobs, and I've heard this a lot, quitting their jobs and going in full tilt, and I have a plan, and I'm just telling you, it's not as easy as you think. It's not as easy as you think. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. I know for Metal, I think the number one thing for him is the amount of time that I stream. The guys that are able to stream 10, 12 hours a day, those are the guys that have a team. They have editors. They have people that handle all they have to do is boot up, stream, and then they're done. Everything else is handled. Their socials are handled by a team. They have an editor that does the videos. I'm a one-man show. I'm a one-man guy. And if it wasn't for my mods, I'd be lost completely. But I'm a one-man show. So I have to do everything myself. That includes all my art, music, talking points, layouts, emojis, videos, shorts, reels, everything is on me. So without cutting into family time, which I've been doing, and I hate to admit, that's why the wife's kind of excited right now because she knows that this was going to be a big conversation today. And she's excited because there are times where I should be spending time with the family and I'm sitting right here doing this. And I'm a family guy. I really am. I missed out on a lot of my kids' life because I was in a very high demand job and I was working 60 hours a week. And that's what I'm trying to do here is slow down, do things at my pace, spend time with the family, and try to make a living. And that's where I'm at. There's a workaround on the TikTok 1,000 followers. Try to get some details and forward to you. Okay, yeah, send it my way. I mean, I'm not opposed to doing that. Never seen a listing of who liked or disliked a video on YouTube. You totally can. There is in YouTube Studio. You can look up and see how many people liked and disliked, but you can't see the individual person. But I mean, that doesn't really make a difference. Now you're going to reach out to that one person and go, hey, can I ask you some further questions? Why did you not like my content? I need a bot to do that though. Like recently you thumbs down Beatdown's video of blah, blah, blah. Would you like to give us more reasoning for why you did this? The old questionnaire. We need those. We need more of those. Try to get it, but I couldn't do it work. Let me know. I'm not opposed to, I don't, in my head, it doesn't make sense for me to try to get to 1,000 followers just to try a possibility. Then it just seems like, it just seems like there's just too many, there's too many steps to find out that it's not worth my time. Facebook is one I've cracked the most. YouTube a bit harder. I used exclusive Twitch clips to promote myself, then I was at it. That way the stream is right there and easy to follow. I never pay. If you learn how to work work it, the reach will be greater than paying. I can show you screenshots of my Hack J from posts. It doesn't. I don't know what that is. It's no big. It's no big deal. Again, I mean, what works for you might work for somebody else, but it's what I've been doing isn't quite working. So I need to change things up. And Metal, I'm not trying to be a downer or anything, but him and I are actually friends on Facebook, and I never see any of your content on Facebook ever. I see a lot of your Murder Machine stuff, but I never see any gaming stuff at all. And I spend a little bit of time in there trying to see what's going on with gaming in general. And I see a lot of other people that are on multiple platforms. There's this one guy, I can't remember his name. He used to be an exclusive Facebook guy, and then he went to Twitch, and he's doing what I'm doing now. He's trying to focus more on another platform, but he still multi-streams to both, and he's doing pretty well still on Facebook. But again, he's been there for 6 years, I want to say. That guy comes up all the time in my feed, and he doesn't even play games I play, but let one of those bots we keep banning do your edits. I've tried several AI websites where you upload your stream or it follows your stream and it makes clips for you, and they sometimes get it right, but it clips everything. So even when you kill a bot, which no one wants to see that, it clips everything. So it's then I spend more time filtering through and then trying to take their 40-second clip and trying to make it into something that's shorter, because when you look at the numbers, clips that are between 10 and 20 seconds, 10 to 15 really get more views than your clips that are 25 to 30 seconds long. And if you have anything over 30 seconds, you might as well not even post it, because they get very little views from what I've seen. Manic Nomad gives me a thumbs down over there. Again, if you have any innovative concepts that you can cut streaming for a time, call it a hiatus and work on that. I'll simply tag them and ask if they like a free MP3 or to join the email list. Get rewarded like a fidget spinner guy. Sounds like a risk and a gamble to do TikTok. Yeah. TikTok comments are crazy during game streams. It's like people say whatever they want without any recourse. Yeah, and that's the problem that I have too, Manic, is I already deal with from time to time the people that are just toxic. They just want to go from streamer to streamer talking shit, trying to get banned, because that's how they get their jollies off, is they just want to fuck with people. We see it here from time to time, but I especially see it on TikTok. It doesn't matter what you do. There's also a Facebook group that I was in, DMZ group, where I was trying to, when we were doing the DMZ thing last year, I was trying to post there to get people to come to the stream and such, and it was so toxic. It doesn't matter what you post, man. Everybody's hating on you. They call you a cheater. Oh, you're another cheating streamer. Oh, you're a hacker. Why that sucked. That clip was terrible. You suck. Go kill yourself. Go jump in front of traffic. So I end up just not even posting anything in there anymore. And I still go there from time to time to see how it is over there now that, the game mode's dead and that most people have fallen off. It's still just as toxic. It's still just as bad. So, I mean, I've done a lot of things trying to join these groups, these social groups and social media to try to push my content out there. I try to get involved in the discords with the devs and try to talk to them directly and push my content to people that are also in the Discord. I do just about everything that you could think of. It's a tough game out there for a full-time streamer. It's very, very tough. I don't post a lot of gaming stuff anymore. Most of it's for the band. That's my focus on social media, and I'm not speaking from my gaming. Oh, I gotcha. See, that's the thing though. Manic, you son of a gun, man. Thank you so much. 20 gifted from Manic. After the thumbs down. I hate your content so much. Here's 20 subs for you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate the support, brother. I really do. So that's the difference though, Metal, is that again, I'm kind of in a niche. I have a niche there where I think gaming isn't as popular, obviously, as anything else. And when you're talking music, I mean, obviously music is going to outweigh the video gaming. So I'm glad, but again, it's kind of an apples to oranges. We're similar because we're both in social media stuff, trying to get noticed and trying to get them to come to to our other channels and whatnot. But again, it's a different. You're in the music industry. I'm in the gaming industry, and things are just not quite the same. So I'm glad that it's working for you. That what you're doing is bringing in. And again, I watch my numbers. I analyze them all the time, and that's why I have to make tweaks to what I'm seeing is working and what is not working. I have nothing but video games on my YouTube. Keyboard Warriors, gotta love them. Hell yeah, man. It's currently an extremely saturated market, so you kind of need an extreme leg up on cloud to make it anyway. You know, that's exactly. And I knew coming into this, it was going to be an uphill battle. But I was willing to try it. I was willing to take a stab at it. This was, you know, a dream of mine that I've been wanting to do. So, I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? So I had to take the shot. Now it's not quite where I want it to be. And when I get discouraged, my wife is right there. She's always got my back. Don't give up. Keep on keeping on. You know, I people don't see what I see, and you're going to be great. And I do believe her, and I know that she's, you know, it might be a little fluff there, little bit, but she stands behind. She's a good woman, and she doesn't want she doesn't want to see me give up the dream. But at some point, I might have to. But I got to try other things so that I don't get to that point. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Is I have to try something different to turn this around, right? And we got to get back up to the numbers we saw before. We've done it a couple times in the last month. We had some really good streams where we hit over 100 and things were going great. Granted, that was from some raids and things like that, but I think that's where these other people were coming from, is that some of our friends were getting raided by big time streamers, which was, you know, awesome. But again, it's kind of the luck of the draw. I mean, I played Call of Duty for a year solid, and I was never once raided by a big Call of Duty streamer. Not once. And I was in there every day, same time frame, holding my own. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of viewers, a lot of activity. You know, getting a lot of compliments on my. But I tried it. Manic is a hero. Absolutely is. Algorithm is the same. Right, but like I was saying earlier, nobody knows what the algorithm is. And even though you're experiencing success with it, it may just be that you got lucky within the algorithm. But nobody knows what the algorithm is. Like I said, I've seen 1,000 videos. Everyone claims, all these big guys, they all claim to know what the algorithm is. New changes in the algorithm. But there's never any hard evidence because nobody knows the algorithm besides YouTube. So you can claim that you know the algorithm, and you can claim, well, I guess you can't claim, but you can say what's working is working for you, but it may not be the algorithm. You may just be getting lucky within the algorithm. And again, what works for you may not work for me, and vice versa. I don't think it's over. You need a pivot. Pivot! You need the pivot clearly, but unfortunately I don't have the answer for you. I know, and then nobody does. That's the thing. I get a lot of suggestions, and I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate all the suggestions, all the help. But my numbers are telling me I need to go into a different direction and try something different. Just need to get them to move over to Twitch and follow. I'm kind of going in the opposite direction. I kind of want more people on YouTube. I want to land eventually. I want to land on YouTube. And here's the reasons why. There's two different reasons. Number one, Twitch is saturated with all gaming and whatever it is. The ability to stream it higher, to stream better content. I know the argument is that a lot of people, or most people, watch on their phones, so they're not going to see a difference in quality. But I want to be the guy that has the good looking stream that people that do watch on their TVs or on their computer monitors or bigger, larger screens are going to get a better experience. And Twitch isn't doing that for us. They're dabbling and they're testing things right now, but we're talking almost 6 months in. I was one of the first people to try to get on board with this program, and I still haven't seen where they've expanded it. As far as I know, they're still working with the same 100 people on this. And we're talking a year out. Right now, you can stream to YouTube with higher quality streams at lower bandwidth and get a better experience, but you don't get the fun stuff that you get with Twitch, right? And you don't get as much exposure. But the number one thing that I'm talking about is that when you stream on Twitch, right? You spend 5 hours a day, 6 hours, whatever, streaming. That video goes into your VOD library, right? And maybe one or two people will watch it after the fact. Like, I missed the Beatdown show today. Let's go watch. And, I can fast forward through and get to the meat and potatoes of the conversation, blah, blah, blah. But then it's gone. And after 45 days or whatever it is, they fall off. They just disappear. So all that work, all that content you made is just gone. It's just gone. Now, I stream to YouTube and it's there forever. It doesn't go away. I still have one of my very first YouTube stream from like 3 years ago when I was playing Ring of Elysium. It's still there. It hasn't gone anywhere. And then if I take that and I'll make clips or videos or whatever, it stays on YouTube forever. And once you get monetized, every time someone clicks on that video, money. So on Twitch, you have to hope that you make enough money during your stream to make it to the next stream, and so on and so forth. Where with YouTube, you make the content, you spend half hour, couple of hours making a video, you put it out there and it's there forever. And every time someone clicks on it, you make money. Twitch is different. And those are the big differences for me. And that's why I'm thinking I've been trying to focus more on YouTube, because if I can hit gold like I have with that Xbox video a few more times, I'm good to go. And then I hopefully would make enough money on YouTube from the content that I made over there, where I can float that money over here to continue streaming and then get back into a bigger, better, longer stream. That's where I'm at. I feel big streamers are a double-edged sword. Some seem cool, but some are self-absorbed. And that just kind of goes to show you what people are looking for. You'll notice that some of these guys are the most toxic people out there, but they have 2,000 people watching them, and the crowd, the chat is going nuts, and they love it. Oh, I love the content. It's crazy over here. That's not me. I'm not that guy. I can't do that. I'm a little more down to earth, a little more fun filled, But it is crazy to think that that's what it takes to be a big dog. You got to be an asshole. I can be an asshole, but I don't want to be. I want to have fun. I want to be a little more, I want to be a slightly more extreme version of myself, which I get to be on stream, which is great. If you met me, I'm a little more mild-mannered in some situations. In other ways, you'd be like, oh my God, what did he just do? I'm not watching him tomorrow. No, he needs to calm down. Jay Fan, I'm a fan of the content and the format, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the kind words today, guys. You don't need to know the algo. You just have to know how to work it. What? If you don't know it, how do you work it if you don't know it? So I think at the end of the day, I think that Metal, you and I are pretty much the same when it comes to this. You're experiencing your own success in certain areas. I'm experiencing success in other areas. But it's not enough to live on, is it? No. I was talking about TikTok. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry, man. I got you. From TikTok and get them to come over. That's what I was talking about with the reels and the TikToks and the what are they called? Shorts. I'm sorry. So I would make these small little videos and I put them everywhere, trying to get them all to come back to either Twitch or YouTube. But it didn't quite work. It didn't really get me anywhere. I got a lot of views, but that was it. What's the percentage of folks watching Twitch on an actual TV? That I do not know. That I do not know, because when you look at the numbers, it'll show like iOS, Android, and then it says like other. But I don't know if that considers, like, most TVs now have the built-in streaming apps and shit, right? What do they consider that? Is that other or whatever? I don't know. But I do know that more people, I think, watch, and I know this from experience. More people watch YouTube on TV than they do, I think, in other places. Whenever my daughter's watching YouTube, she's watching it on her TV. Same with my younger kids. They always have YouTube up on a TV screen somewhere, and then they're doing whatever they're doing. I do believe Twitch is probably more of a mobile thing, but I think YouTube is more TV. Just because, I mean, if YouTube's going to be more longer content, and if you're going to watch like a video or a movie or something, you're probably going to want to watch it in more comfort of holding it like this. But I mean, if you're at work or you're on the bus or you're traveling and you want to catch, Twitch for a few minutes, you pull it up on your phone. So I would say YouTube's probably got more TV people than Twitch, which is fine. I mean, this is OBS and streaming lingo that you probably may not get, but AV1 encoding, I know you guys are like, oh my gosh, shut up about the AV1 encoding would be huge, because if I could send AV1 in my 1440p picture to both Twitch and YouTube, it only have to be one encoding session. But because I have to do H.264 to Twitch and AV1 to YouTube, and they're at different sizes and they're at different bit rates, I have to have multiple encoding sessions, which puts a lot of stress on the video card. So Twitch needs to change things, obviously, because they're getting left behind in technology wise. But again, it's doesn't the transcoding help for the people that are watching on their phone, tablets, etc.? Yeah, transcoding helps for people that have a worse internet connection. So like I stream at 8,000 or 8 megabits to Twitch, and if your internet doesn't allow for that, if you have really low internet, transcoding will allow you to dial that down to 3 or 4 or 5 megabytes. So it won't be as crisp a picture, but at least it'll run. But I want to say most people typically can handle at least 8 megabytes of a download session. I don't know how many people are watching Twitch on TV anymore. Samsung used to have a Twitch app years ago, but they pulled it. But I do have YouTube. Yeah, I use Twoku. I watch via Twoku, which is a third person app, third party app. It works for the most part, works pretty well. The last update they did like a year ago made it a lot better, but the YouTube app on Roku sucks. Like I'm logged in, and if I want to go watch my own stuff, I can't just click on my name. I actually have to search myself, which is dumb. It doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Definitely more folks watching YouTube on TV versus Twitch. Oh yeah, exactly. You really don't have any fidget spinner. Great idea. I'm obviously not saying you should discuss them now, but if we possibly invest directly in yourself and come back to uploading, the product is successful, a lot of people would be interested in the backlogged footage. What do you mean by fidget spinner great idea? Is that like the ADD thing you're saying? Is that the quick, fast content that'll get people's attention? Is that what you're referring to? What you need is that group friend, maybe like those pot off. I'll watch on mobile and 2K monitor. Rise TV gang, let's go! Yeah. So when you're watching on a TV, you obviously notice a difference between on Twitch. We'll just focus on Twitch. You're obviously going to notice a huge difference between someone that's streaming at 8K than somebody that's streaming at 6K. There's a big difference there. Or I mean, even somebody that's at 3,500 and then at 8. I mean, you're going to notice a huge difference. Now on mobile, maybe not so much. People tell me all the time that they can't really tell a difference between someone that's trying to stream 1080p at 4,000 as opposed to 6,000. But I notice, I don't, maybe it's my eyeballs. I don't know, but I notice a huge difference. It's just all blocky. Other TV, I've never seen Twitch on TV. Screen share. Twitch is mobile, PC. YouTube is mobile, TV, PC. Fire Stick and TV has the Twitch app. Great for the boring meetings. That's right. I must be so out of touch. I can't stand Twitch on mobile. I want the bigger screen. And yes, YouTube for instructional vids, usually when in the middle of project and wherever I am. I watch a lot of YouTube out my garage because I have, now I have 2 garage PCs, but I have one that's just dedicated to music, internet music. And then I can pull up quick videos, but I have it in the garage so that when I'm working, I don't have to come in the house all dirty, walk over to my nice clean setup here and start looking up how to work on CV axle joints in a Subaru. I don't want to track mud, dirt, and grease in the house. So I have that computer out there. So I have a lot of YouTube videos going on. And sometimes when I'm out there and I get a notification on my phone that someone's streaming, I'll pull you guys up on my garage PC and I'll have you up there while I'm out there working and doing things. Beatdown's always watching. Got my eye on you. I'm always watching. Even if I don't say anything, just every once in a while, click on that little person up there in the top to see who's actually in chat. You'll see 1-800-BEATDOWN is always lurking. Does it? I have an Amazon Fire Stick. It has a knockoff Twitch, which is not Twitch. Is it Twoku? I agree. I never watch Twitch on mobile. I always watch it on desktop or laptop. The only time I ever watch, I typically don't ever use my phone unless once again, if I'm watching a stream on the road or a YouTube video while I'm out in the field working or something. But like if I'm out to dinner and I see that like Subnuke's gone live, the Subnuke reactor is live, I'll go in and I'll watch him for a second while we're waiting for the food. I'll show the wife and we'll say hi or whatever, and then I shut it down. But that's the only time really that I watch a stream on Twitch. It's just it's too small of a screen for me. I like this or a TV. 27 inches or bigger, baby. Now you know, maybe that's TMI, right? 27 inches or bigger. Well, fidget spinner, great idea, is just exactly what it sounds like. When the man made the fidget spinner, patented it and sold it, it blew up and sold to way more people than what the product was intended. So you're just saying an idea that made like take off. This was one of the ideas. I just need to focus more on it. I need to have it more organized and more scheduled, because I tend to just start, because that's kind of the fun of this segment, is we just start and we just go everywhere. Someone followed the other day because they're like, man, you started off talking about this and now you're talking about this over here. You're all over the place. I love you. Let's go. That kind of works out for me, but maybe that's, I need to have a more structured podcast stream. Maybe that's what I need to do. And I can do that. I just need to put more time and energy into doing such. Apple TV Twitch app works fine. I notice also anything under 6K bitrate for 1080p is very blocky. I say this all the time. If you can't do 6K, don't do 1080p. 6K is the minimum for 1080p. If you're going to do anything less, even if you're at 5500, go drop down to 720p, or do a 1080p at 30 frames if you want the quality. But 1080p 60 isn't going to work for anything less than 6000. And I always recommend that people start off at 7500, 7000 at least. If you're not streaming at 7000, you're not doing it right. 7500 should be everybody's target. You may not get transcoding right off the bat, but the people that are watching are going to appreciate you more. God damn, I swear I speak English, but my mic doesn't. Maybe you're so close to Canada. Maybe it's that Canadian French thing going on. It's lost in translation. Oh no, watch your head gaskets. Agreed. I don't have a PC in the garage, or even a garage for that matter. And so it's foam for the CV joint vid. Yeah, exactly. But you don't want to drag that shit in the house. Number one, even if you could get away with it, even if you could, like mentally, you're like, fuck it, I just got to do it. Your significant other is going to let you know that that's the last time you're ever doing that shit. So I highly recommend, if anybody here has an older PC, or I'm talking 10, 12, 15 years old, if it still boots up and it runs, put Linux Mint on that bitch. Throw that in your garage and you're good to go. That's all you need. That way you have access to the internet when you need it and you don't have to track shit in the house. That's all I've got. I got 2 very old PCs out there running Linux, and they work fantastic for what I'm doing. They're not playing games, but I can stream YouTube videos to it. I can watch Twitch on there, and on one of them, it even has just enough juice to do OBS. Coming soon. I got most of my garage cleanup yesterday, so I'll be ready to start doing IRL streams in the garage. So those will be coming, guys. I figure that if I'm gonna make changes and I'm gonna back things up at some point, then maybe while I'm doing things outside, I can sacrifice a little bit of my time to have a stream going. I may not be available to chat, but at least you'll have audio and you'll have the camera and watching what we're doing, whatever it is that I'm working on. And I have a handful of projects I got to get done out there. So live from the garage will be coming soon. Size definitely matters. Yes. Giggity. I mean something physical that you can sell the idea out of. Oh, I gotcha. Can't think of any physical products, any tangible products you can hold in your hand. The updated mobile app for Twitch sucks. They're trying to be TikTok. You have to scroll through all the live people follow to find out who you want to watch. Oh, maybe that's what Subnuke was talking about. Is that an iOS thing? Is that an Android or an Apple thing? Because I don't have that. The app pretty much still works the same for me on Android. I have noticed that the stories have pretty much taken over. The first thing that pops up every time I open up Twitch is the fucking stories at the top. They scroll through your stories, brand new story from so and so, and like, do we really need stories? I think that was kind of a waste of time and effort on their part. I don't ever watch the stories, and I don't really care about them. Should I would say even 8K for 1080p 60 is not optimal, but I know we are limited on Twitch. That's what I do. And it's not really for H.264 encoding. 10 megabytes should be the sweet spot for 1080p 60. I'm able to send 1440p at 10 to YouTube, but I'm AV1 encoding, so the picture is much better than H.264. But Twitch doesn't allow us to do that right now. I mean, if Twitch were to give us AV1 encoding and make the hard cap at 6,000, we could actually put out a very, very nice stream at 6,000. But because we're on the old encoding, this way old, I mean, we're talking 20-year-old encoding, it doesn't work. It doesn't work the way it's intended to. That's why I've been focusing more on YouTube, is because I can give you way better experience over there than I can on Twitch. I love that Twitch gets pissed off for anything over 6K. Yeah, if you most of their software always says, "Oh, it's unstable. It's unstable. It's unstable." And then there's I think it's still out there. There's that rumor that only partners, that only partners can do 8K. I love seeing that out there still. Like no. No. You can do 8K. I think the max with audio is 8,500, but because it fluctuates, if you're over 85 for a certain amount of time, it'll automatically kick you. So I try to play it safe, and I'm at 8,000, 8,000 for video, and then 160 for audio. That way I'm just below the threshold where I don't have to worry that if it does go above for a certain amount of time, it should put me just under 85. And I haven't had any issues. I've been doing it for almost 2 years. I've been streaming at 8K for almost 2 years, and I've had no issues. Zero. And now it doesn't even open on a page I want to be on. I complained about the update recently. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, I noticed that's weird. It's a suck-ass thing. That's right. I need an emoji that says sucks ass. How you feeling today, Beatdown? Sucks ass. It opens on a feed page, and it's some random person you may not want to watch, so you have to actually select a tab at the bottom of the page. So they have feeds now on top of the stories. So they basically, you're forced to go through the recommended channels before you can get to what you want. That seems pretty fucked. I have a bud that pushes 1440p 60 and it looks fantastic. That's what I push to YouTube as well. I could probably go a little higher than 10K, but I'm kind of like testing it out because like YouTube Studio, because they haven't really, I don't know if they don't realize that I'm pushing AV1 or whatever, but it constantly tells me every once in a while pop up and it'll be like, your bit rate is too low for this size picture. Please change, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, I look it back and it looks awesome at 1440p at 10K. So I don't know why it does that. I just dismiss those, but he does it to Twitch. That doesn't make any sense. Is he, and it shows 1440p. Oh, is he in the new program where they're testing the AV1 encoding? Because there's no way that someone's pushing 1440p at 6,000 and it looks decent. Oni tried doing that for a couple days, and my God, it was just a blurry mess. It was horrible. Been pushing 1440 for almost a year. I don't know how he does it. I like to know how he does it. Is he able to push higher? It doesn't make any sense. He's running 8K or better. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, 1440p, I mean, at H.264, you'd want to be a minimum of 10K at 10K, and then you wouldn't even look as good as a 1080p at 8.8. Woo! He's talking bit rate. He's talking 8,000 bit rate. I like to know. I like this because yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, he's talking about the actual bit rate. So he's sending 1440p at 8K up. Wow. I don't know, man. So anyhow, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm gonna have to start back to what we were talking about. I'm gonna have to start cutting back on some of the not all the streams, but some of the streams are going to be just this. This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be, but I'll be doing a little more structure. We'll have some images. We'll have things we're going to talk about. I'll do as much as I can, but I kind of wanted to model it off of a radio show. But again, a radio show has writers and it has people that are able to make bits and to come up with ideas. And for the most part, the talent just comes in, sits down, and they do their thing. But again, I'm a one-man show, so just be patient. But as I try and we move around new things, because at the end of the day, if this doesn't work out and I have to give it up and do something else, I want to be able to say that I did the exact same thing that I wanted to do from the very beginning, and I tried everything to make it work. Sometimes it just doesn't work. You can put in all the effort that you want, and you can try to wish it to happen, but it just doesn't work. So you can pay me to write for you. I got to make money. I got to make money first. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Out of all the streams of income, this is the only one that cost me that I lost money last month. And the month before it was razor thin. Razor thin. So I have to start making some changes, otherwise it all goes away. Like the business owner that runs the 7-Eleven and is losing money, is hemorrhaging money, but they don't want to change anything because they're hoping that tomorrow is going to be a different day. Tomorrow everyone's going to come in. I know it. Tomorrow's going to be the day, and before you know it, they're in bankruptcy and they lost it, and yeah, then it's just then the dream became a nightmare and it's bad. When the business starts losing money, you have to start making changes. Otherwise, it's all gone. It's all gone. And I think some people don't understand that. That's why they're more critical than others of of what I should be doing that's working for them that's not working for me. So, and he left. Whatever. All right. I don't know if Louis is still here. He's been waiting all morning, and I know he's irritated with me because I didn't do the what day is it? Now, out of all the images that I use, this is the only one that's kind of stayed with me from day to day. I was going through the other day looking to see what I can reuse, and I had a bunch of ideas for things that I want, topics and things. And this is the only one that carries from day to day because this is our daily thing. This is what we do. And I think I've only missed it once or twice. Here we go. But someone tell Louis I'm about to do it. Get him back in here. Pull him in from his meeting. All right. So today is June 3rd. It was my dog's birthday yesterday, by the way. My wife's dog, I should say. And she had a great birthday. As a matter of fact, I was going to post a picture in here and show you, but I didn't get an opportunity to do it because I've been just busy. So anyhow, today, June 3rd, 2024, we celebrate National Egg Day. Matter of fact, I am going to go have myself a pickled egg for lunch. Gross, you say? Get out of here. You haven't had one. If you think pickled eggs sound gross, you've never had one, and that's your problem. Today is also National Leave the Office Early Day. It's like it was meant to be. Okay, so National Leave the Office Early Day. So those of you that are at work right now, let the boss know you're leaving a couple hours early, and we'll play some games later. It's also Chocolate Macaroon Day. I like macaroons. Those are good. National Repeat Day. Today is National Repeat Day. And for those of you in the back of the room that can't hear too well, today is National Repeat Day. There you go. And that's it. Those are our days so far. Yeah, not sure exactly where he's got the bit rate. You can pay, I just sent a message to Twitch support. Instead of opening your mobile app, I decided to go to the dentist and a prostate exam because they are both less painful. At the same time. I can't believe that guy just said you could pay him. That's crazy. Yeah, that guy. He's looking for work, and he can write. So I don't blame him. I just scheduled a colonoscopy at the same time. I'm glad you repeated that last one. Yeah, for those in the back, today is National Repeat Day. Okay, so go have yourself an egg and repeat the process. Do it. I said do it. So there you go, guys. That was the big conversation I had to have with you guys, and I don't like doing that. I love what I do. I love streaming for you guys. I love entertaining. I love being in front of the camera, in front of the mic. This is my bag, baby. I love doing it. But it's things are shifting. Times are changing. Things are shifting. I have to kind of I have to find my own way amongst the sea of streamers and content creators. I got to figure out what's going to work for me. What's going to work for me so that I can continue doing this? Because again, the last thing I want to do is go back into corporate America and not have this ability. Yeah. Aw, Smokey. Aw, I love you too, Smokey. And that with that being said, guys, we need to get some more games going on. If I can sneak it, I'm gonna say today and tomorrow. I've already told the wife that there's gonna be a couple nights during the week that I'm going to be playing some games with you guys and streaming. Now, I can't promise that it's going to be an all-nighter like we've been doing where I get on at 7 and then at 1 o'clock in the morning, like, all right, guys, I got to go to bed. It might just be 2, maybe 3 hours, but I'm going to continue doing those. So again, if you don't see me during the day and you get a little pop-up, make sure you have notifications set on YouTube. If you get a little pop-up saying I'm late or I'm streaming at night, that's probably because I'm streaming at night. And I'm only going to do my night streams on YouTube. It's a little incentive to get you guys to come on over and hang out over there. So everybody at this point should be followed on both. Please. It'll help me. And again, any help that I can get will help me stay in front of you guys. 3 hours is all we need. There you go. You just mentioned corporate America made me throw up in my mouth a bit. I'm telling you, man. Don't make me do it. Don't make me go back. Don't make me do it, man. And again, I'm not asking for you guys to throw money at me. I mean, I would love that. Just being here and supporting me and talking to me and being involved is support. We just got to get everybody else. We got to get everybody else in here. We got to get everybody and their baby mama in here. Because with more numbers comes more subs, and with more subs comes more content, and with more content. Exactly. See what I'm saying? So we just got to get some more people in here. So if word of mouth advertising is the greatest out there. So you guys are at the grocery store, see someone playing some games. Hey, I know this Beatdown guy. Go check him out. That would be huge. That would help me considerably. So keep an eye out, guys. I'm going to have more content coming out to YouTube, and I'll start putting some more things out on the socials. But if you guys interact with these things, it definitely helps. And I know for a fact that helps the algorithm. Interactions within, whether it be thumbs up or comments, I know that does help the algorithm. That we know. But exactly how much it helps, or exactly how many comments or how many likes or blah, 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 does it, the algorithm, with that we don't know. We just know it does help. So whenever I post a video in Discord, follow that back to YouTube. And if you guys can give me a thumbs up on those, I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to need all the help I can in the next coming months, but good things are coming, guys. Good things are coming. Oh, if I could still throw money at you like I used to, I would. I'm sorry. You know how it is. I know exactly how it is. And and again, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Still play the lottery weekly when one day I'll drop a, yeah, baby, let's go. I love that. That's why and that's another reason why I don't push my merchandise. I know there's a lot of guys out there, and this is another thing I was told by everybody else is I got to sell merch. I got to have merch available. And I do have merch available, and it's there if you guys want it, but I don't push it. I don't push it because number one, I'm not big enough to be pushing merchandise. There might be one or two things out there that you guys like, but I'm not at a position where I have, hundreds of thousands of viewers and 100+ viewers where I could be pushing my merchandise. Right now, I'm more focused on, follows and subs and things like that. If you guys want a t-shirt, it's there, it's available for you, but I'm not going to shove it down your throat. But you better believe if I get 200,000 followers and I'm getting, multiple thousand viewers every day, you better believe I'm going to start pushing this merch down your throat. But I'm not to that point yet. And when and if I get there, I will. But I'm not going to focus all this time and effort making merch and pushing merch when I need to do other things first. So, the Beatdown flashlight. I had a couple things I was, but yeah, there are women here, so I won't get involved with that. But there you go. But there's an idea. Let me write it down, and when I make it big, the Beatdown flashlight. There you go. Twitch edition. You need people to buy the Beatdown flashlight first, right? I have a Beatdown shirt that I sleep in. Do you really? I don't know. Did you get it through Fourth Wall or Streamlabs? Because I've done both, but I don't ever get any notifications. I only know when merchandise is purchased when people tell me. I know Big Al Mac has a shirt, but I never get, oh, okay. All right, well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I don't ever get any notifications, never did, of when merchandise sold. And I actually had something on Streamlabs that when merch was sold, it would actually pop up, and I never got any of that. So that's why I made the move over to Fourth Wall, because number one, I wanted to get away from Streamlabs altogether because their shit was just broken. So I got away from everything except for my donation page. Donation page is still part of Streamlabs, but it never gets used, so I don't really count that. It's just there if, it's just there if Mark for Life wants to buy me another chair sometime. You should wear it when I stream. Now it's a pajama shirt. Oh, how did I never see you wear that shirt? Dude, now I've failed you, man. I have failed you. I'm sorry, man. Just bought a hat? Shit. So why? See that? Okay. So now I'm a little irritated because I'm not getting notifications from Fourth Wall. If you bought anything from Fourth Wall, which according to them, I've never sold anything, then I need to go have a talk with them. Merch is right here. My Fourth Wall page. I have a handful of things over there. I mean, I spent some time designing a couple things. You know, the important stuff like a hat, a t-shirt, a pint glass for those that like to partake in some of the alcohols, and then a coffee mug, because I mean, gotta have the coffee mug, right? So there's just a handful of things over there, but I don't ever, again, if you guys are buying things on there, I don't ever see it, and they never give me any credit or anything for it. So like fourth wall layout and options. Recalled it out one night, son of a bitch. Well, thanks, man. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you. See, that's something else. Now I gotta go look into that. If you guys, has anybody here purchased anything from Fourth Wall? I'm sorry, on my page, has anyone purchased any of my merch from Fourth Wall? That's what I need the I can't really do anything about Streamlabs now, but because I'm pretty much done with them guys. When I first started streaming, Streamlabs was great to have, so because you could do alerts through them and donations and all that. So you had to have like an company, and I think it was Streamlabs and Stream Elements were the two big players in the game. But this is 3 years ago, and then in the last year, recently, Twitch started doing their own alerts and things like that. So you didn't really even have to use Streamlabs, which is fantastic. But people were still using it for merchandise and for donations. I wanted to use the giveaway feature for a hat at one point, but they were out of stock for your style. Oh, I got you. Oh, the other thing I was going to ask you guys is, so in my about page on Twitch, under about, when you click on the Amazon links to my stream and gaming PC, I looked into this and I redid everything a few days ago. And it should be working. I've noticed what happens though is if you're not logged into your Amazon account, when you click on it, it doesn't pull anything up. But if you're logged in, it should pull up everything that's within my streaming gaming PC, and then you can just click on an item, and that's my affiliate link. So when you guys buy things for my affiliate links, that's another little stream of income that I have from Amazon. That's why you'll see a lot of my affiliate links on my YouTube channels and some of my shorts and things like that, is because why not? It all adds up and every little bit helps. I'll get a hat in a bit and I'll let you know when I buy it. All right, Reckless, thanks, man. I appreciate you. It should be the exact same one as what I've got now. But I like Fourth Wall because of the flex fit hat. It's one of the best things that with Fourth Wall, the live giveaway. Yeah. My store sells flex fit hats with my logo. That's cool. Wish the hat had a red option. Now I predetermine it to be black and white, but I think that you guys can actually change the color to whatever you want. If not, I'll figure out how to do that, and I'll see like the top colors that you guys are interested in, and I'll make those available as well. It still shows 0 items on list for me. Okay, I got to get with Amazon then, because I went back and I followed their guidelines to the T, and when I logged in on my daughter's computer, she's not logged into Amazon, it didn't work right. But when my son, he has an Amazon account, when I used his, it came up and everything was there. But it's all in it's a filter thing. It should filter it by what is needed or whatever. And it doesn't filter it right for some reason. It's weird. You can even look in the address line at the top and it'll say it's filtered by whatever, but it doesn't filter it right. And I don't know why. So I guess I got to get with Amazon again. They're just ordered a coffee mug. Nothing. That's not okay. So I got to figure something out with So I'm going to my email right now. Let's just see if my email will tell me anything. Nothing, bro. Absolutely nothing. This tells me I have upcoming changes to Venmo. That's the most recent email that I got at 8:40. That's it. Let's see, under promotions, not under promotions. All right. So I got to get with these jokers, because they're all supposed to be splitting profits with me, which means that they're not in letting me know They're not letting me know that this is going on because they don't want to pay me. Not good. Anyone else try the Amazon link and see if it pops up for them? In fourth wall, you have to set the available colors, but red is a color you can choose. Okay. So it won't allow you to buy it in a certain color. I have to actually set it. Okay. Goes to show you how long it's been since I've been in my fourth wall account. I think it was actually November. Also let you send video or audio thank you notes. Yes, I did see that. Nuke the LP has a mastered fourth wall. He messaged me when my stuff ships. Oh, that's cool. I think that they are, yeah, either way, I'll get in there and take a look tonight, but that's why I was just kind of leaving the merch alone. It's available for you guys, but it never alerts me ever. I mean, it alerts me when I get a donation like Streamlabs did, but whenever I sold anything, I had alerts set up for it and everything, and it never worked. Ever. It's weird. I've always been notified about them, but he logs in and has money waiting. Possibly. Again, that's if they're not, something is like fucked over there. Cheese pizza. Gotta go poop. I gotta go eat. Yeah, that's not good at all. So like, I'm not even getting like an email from them saying that, you know, hey, somebody ordered something from you. Anything, nothing at all. And I think what's going to happen is I'm going to log in there and it's be like, hey, you didn't finish filling out your onboarding nonsense. And like, wait a second here. I know I did. But either way, I'll figure that offline. There's no reason for me to do that while you guys are sitting here with me. Cheese pizza. Don't go, man. All right, so those of you guys that are buying things right now, thank you very much. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to figure this out, and I will send you personalized videos thanking you. So thanks again, guys, for helping me out and sticking with me over all this time. And again, I'm not going anywhere. Nothing's changing. I'm just going to be trading some hours of stream for more hours of editing and video making, things like that. And we'll go back and forth. But I'm gonna give it as hard of a try as I can this month. I'm gonna be focusing more on the morning stuff and not so much games, because right now, I don't know. It seems like I get more people want to hang out with me in this form than when I'm actually playing games. So we're gonna test that theory this month. We're gonna test that, and we're gonna focus a little bit more on this. There are gonna be days where I do this and do some games, and we're gonna look at the numbers. We're gonna check them all out. We're gonna figure out what's going on. But we will find the winning formula, or I got to go back to corporate America. Nobody wants that. Nobody. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day right here. Not bad. Only an hour and a half early. Not too shabby. We had a lot to talk about. We had that tough talk. We had that tough talk that we had to do. It was inevitable. And I appreciate you guys sticking around and listening to my drivel. But right now, we have to find somebody to raid. Who do you think we're going to raid? I was going to drop gifted subs, but I'd rather have some merch. There you go. I don't think I got emails about orders, but I downloaded the app to my phone, so I get pop-up notifications. I can pop the app and see. Oh, I got you. Great stream. Love the combos. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you guys all being here. I know that we go off the rails sometimes, but like the wife says, and my grandma always tells me, there's never a dull moment. There's always something going on, and you keep the conversation going, and I appreciate my grandma and my wife for saying the same. Let's go to, Cody motherfucking Trahan. Cody Trahan is playing some games. Let's go hang out with my boy. I love Cody. My favorite Canadian streamer. How's that? I can say that, can't I? Let's go watch Cody for a little bit. Good stream. Good luck. Enjoy the day. Thank you so much. 83 degrees. It is 72. We'll take it. Yeah, Smokey. Better show up. No, I'm kidding. I'll let you know what's going on. Eric, come with me, guys. Let's go say hi to Cody Trahan. Great guy. You guys all know him. If you don't know him, you're about to know him. Come hang out with me for a little bit with this guy. And I will see you guys in the morning. Smokey, hopefully I'll see you tonight. There you go. All right, guys. Love you all. Have a fantastic day. Peace out.